you're obsessed with horror and assorted dark imagery. Would you ever do an album singing about like puppies and rainbows? Would that ever happen?
Yeah. No, maybe I'll do a real horror record and talk about the Obama administration.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Woo! If you dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. How are you all doing? It's fantastic to see you all here on Tuesday night. We just got off Midnight's Edge After Dark, which is a really fun show. Happy to be here and see like we got a good chunk of that crowd, like almost a third of you carrying on over. I know a lot of you already do transition anyways, which thank you, by the way, for continuing to do so. And for some of the hopefully newer faces, welcome to Toxic Tuesday. You picked the first episode, and that is a really good choice. Assume that you are any of you that's a newcomer here. So shout out to you, whether you're a commenter or a lurker. So thank you. Yeah, I was going over my list recently after I was planning because I try to get this stuff ahead in my mind, like a month and a half in advance. Once in a while, I'll adjust some things around last minute if need be. But Mary, looking back at this right before during the Burt Reynolds stuff, I think a little bit before the month kicked off, I'm like, man, we gotta really have some different stuff to come back to. And I thought about comedy, and I thought, we've done our fair share of sports movies, and there's a lot of good like toxic sports movies. So, and now all of a sudden, like I'm going through a list, I'm like, that's it, Dodgeball. How the frick have we not done that? Like it hit. Yeah, no pun intended, but it hit me. It straight up hit me. So I just like, yeah, we have to. This is a freaking no-brainer. So yeah, happy we're doing Dodgeball, and I can't wait to talk about it. Meanwhile, we got a huge crowd here. I mean, a huge crowd. I thank you all for being here. So yeah, hopefully you like the added part of the intro. Add in some Danzig talking shit about a certain guy. So figure that'd be a nice little funny nod for those who would catch on. But
line dog face pony soldier.
So welcome members as well. I see Putin's Cat, Stephen Mack, Vulcan Lives, Matthew Marzillo, Phoenix Knight 08. Hello. Let's see here. Who was the other members? I think Sander Hammerslack. How's it going? Yak Domino. How's it going, Yak Domino? Nice to see you here. Osmoro 199. How you doing, sir? Welcome. Hell yeah. I love saying it. Thank you guys for being here early. To the rest of you as well. Appreciate it. Let's bring in some of our dudes. So unfortunately, no backdoor Gerry tonight, but trust me, I'm sure Mark will probably have a clip of maybe, I don't know, Gary's head getting hit by a wrench, and then we can interpret that as Gerry having a wrench up his ass or something. I don't know. You decide what your interpretation of that will be. But for now, we're going to work with the best that we got because we got the boys and we do very well on our own merits. Is that right? Just another red shirt?
That is absolutely true. And you and I both said backstage, this movie, watching it again after years, was better than we remembered. And I think that anybody who saw this movie a long time ago probably ought to consider giving it a rewatch, because this movie, on the face of it, looks just as dumb as Ben Stiller's character. If you don't, it really does. It looks just as stupid as Ben Stiller's character. But then you start digging into it and you start recognizing they are playing with all kinds of other underdog sports movies. Just a line here, a word there, a little reference. And all of a sudden, there's a whole lot of references in this. And they're playing off of those, which is great.
Yeah.
This is a fun movie. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm excited I'm really pumped about this one. But thank you for being here, sir. You, me, and Mark are gonna kill this while 70s and Dustin are on their way. So us dudes, we did this a few weeks ago with Deliverance. So we'll be just fine if it somehow just come down to us three. How's it going? Oh. No, you're good,
well,
man.
you said Deliverance, right? So you can't go far without playing that. Yeah. So protect your balls tonight.
Yes, protect thy scrotum.
Yeah. So I was, as we were saying before, like, I watched this movie, enjoyed it, but watching it again, I don't know, maybe some of the jokes hit a little bit harder because of the world that we live in now, where maybe it wasn't so toxic when it came out. What year was this movie? It was the 90s, right? 04. Oh, 04. All right. So that's 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, great cast. And Ben Stiller's wife, of course, is the lawyer, Kate, right? And she's very cute, right? And of course, you got, some great, great comedic, lineup. Justin Long, Vince Vaughn, of course. And Alan Tudyk. So, and then the funny thing is you got Gary Cole from the Brady Bunch movie, right? So he played, Marsha, you got Marsha and Mr. Brady together in this movie. But and then of course that Lance Armstrong, we'll get into it, but like we got cameos,
cameos everywhere.
Shatner.
It's a who. It's a
Chuck Norris.
This is
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Even though it was an event movie, there were times where because I saw this opening night theaters, it was one of the movies where people did lose their minds at some of those big moments. And at times it was starting to feel like a sports stadium because of some of those moments. So, yeah. And yes, Cosmic Vader, you're not wrong, as Culture Casino would like to say about Lance's cameo, aged like milk. That's still a great scene for the movie, but yes, we definitely made fun of that.
His last line, I'm sure you won't do anything you'll regret for the rest of your life. Oh, that reads totally differently now.
Of course, it turned out that the irony is like everyone was doping too in that league. So I know. He happened to be the best person, out of all. So as much as people despise him, it's like they all were doping. So he's still a great cyclist. So, but anyway, but of course, look what happened to that Girl Scout troop too. They were doping too. So talk about a toxic scene there. Yes. It was. Could you do that today? Was she taking tranquilizers and steroids and whatever? Oh, good. So this movie
and with the baritone voice, that was the best part.
So I got to clip some of those scenes, and I'll clip as we talk. But
that
was just dying laughing watching this again. You got a pirate on the team. Who's the pirate, right?
We have a pirate,
right? We have a pirate.
Steve, the pirate, dresses up like a pirate. No, doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, look. We have a Keto Simple one here. What's up, man?
Awesome.
What is happening, my brothers?
Nice to see you here, Rooney.
I'm glad to be here.
I like it. Welcome. How's it going, sir?
Oh, man. I was totally confused. I had the wrong movie in mind. So I was like, I think I had next
Basketball?
No. I had next week's movie in mind, and I was like, I don't need to watch that. And then I saw you had posted the thing, and I was like, oh, I better watch that. Because I haven't seen it in a long time. So I watched it this morning, like 6 a.m.
It's a good way to wake up, right?
But I sent you a Twitter message, Mark. You need to do something with that video. I think it would make our streams all the more funny, sir.
Oh, I'll check it. Yeah, I was finishing watching it up again, so I wasn't checking the Twitters, but I shall do that in a second. Yep.
I agree, Keely Child. Between that and Happy Gilmore, yeah. Oh yeah. I agree.
You cannot go wrong with some high quality H2O.
Dude. I mean, man. No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Mama was right. Oh man. Oh man, freaking Big Show being we know. We'll get there someday. We will, sir. As the critical drinker like to say, believe that. And we will. So yeah, no. Man, I think I actually saw this twice inside. I know the first time I saw it as open 9 theaters, which we had a really nice crowd, and then I saw it the second time to kill time because the theater I originally saw it the first time. My friend worked at the movie theater.
Oh, slideshow got stuck there. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. totally did happen there.
Gotta increase our ratings here.
Globo. What a day, Globo. And then I saw it a second time just killing time since the theater I went to see that. My friend worked on. I'm like, hey, can I go watch Dodgeball? He says, yeah, go wait for me because I didn't have a car at the time, so I was waiting for him to finish, getting out of work. So yeah, absolutely worth seeing twice in theater. And there's jokes I caught the second time because I missed it from all the hysteria and laughing from the first time. So absolutely a comedy that now rewatching it 20 years later, there's things I missed from both showings then to now. And then there's like little odds and nods. Dude, yeah, this movie has so much more than what you just see on the package. No package.
Now Alan Tudyk is an actual thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's also a disappointment that Handy Randy Mad Mardigan isn't here because I mean, he especially with Ben Stiller, like the fact that he has a package adjuster. I mean, I almost feel like that's made for Mad and a big black man named Michelle. I mean, that's Mad's love interest waiting to happen. How could you tell me any different?
Yeah, no, there's only one character in this movie that would bother Mad.
And which one would that
Except
be?
for these scenes. Well, the lawyer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. He'd be very offended about the lawyer. He would not. Yeah. Mrs. Veach. Yeah. He would not be wild about her. I remember thinking at the time, oh, is it Beach? But no, it's Veach. I had to look it up later. Like, freaking Globo Gem, dude. You want to talk about a character where he could just play the utmost cocky, arrogant to the 10th degree? Like, seriously, like, he is so into himself. He has posters and videos of himself everywhere he goes. You want to talk about this is the definition of self-obsessed. His character, White Goodman, and with that ridiculous 80s perm that looks like freaking Michael Douglas's perm in Black Rain, but with a ridiculous mustache and Ben Stiller's face planted on it.
That's not a perm. That's a feathered. That's called a razor cut. And those are expensive. I was like, I wanted one of those in high school, and my mom's like, no, I'm not paying for that. That was back when I had hair like that. And I was like, I want one of those. She's like, no, I'm not paying for that. You'll take 3 hours in the stylist, and they'll charge me $75 to cut your hair. You're getting a $10 haircut.
I mean, yeah, yeah, it's a 80s haircut in the 2000s, basically.
Yeah.
But think of it as a thinner, more attractive you that you could ever become without us. How do I know? Well, I'm not only the founder of Globo Gym. Man, what a ridiculous guy. I'm also a Clem. What are you not in this? Shame reduction. Oh, yeah, where he sees these shots of him in the 80s. Dude, I love how he had the mustache then. He always had the stash, of course, of all things. Now that's probably one of my few nitpicks in this movie, and that's of course a nitpick because why is it in past tense scenes the characters always look the same even back then? I know you're supposed to help you identify who is who and he's younger, but you know what's that in a lot of movie flashbacks where it's like a kid or teenage version of like an adult character, they always have the same type of haircut. You notice that?
Oh yeah. They always do that. Yeah. Oh god, look at that classic.
Conflict at the beginning of this movie.
But he just sets himself up as this megalomaniac, and it's just so over the top, but it works. It's so freaking funny. I mean, it's like
he's
like,
the world's only funny narcissist.
Oh god.
Watching this today reminded me of how glad I am I don't have to deal with fucking commercials.
Ah!
Like for real, like the stuff that you've seen back in the day, like you just couldn't escape it. I mean, you just mute the TV or whatever, but like very rarely now do I see any kind of commercials at all.
Well,
and then like
and
usually now they're all like,
be ready for them to be on every single streaming service soon. They're just gonna be called ads, but they're coming.
No,
oh yeah, unless you pay for all of them without the ads. Is that what you do?
I've got something else so I ain't worried about it.
Oh, he's that. Oh yes. All right, Captain. I hear you.
Oh, that Justin the Pirate. Okay.
Dude, Alan Tudyk is amazing in this fucking movie. Dude.
Okay. I did
doesn't
not
have many lines, but he makes it work.
All my life until Saturday, but that was Alan Tudyk.
No way.
I did not, and I've known about Alan Tudyk for a while, and and for some reason it just didn't click. Even like when I'm rewatching this, a few days ago, and I had missed this part of the credits when I was rewatching it. I'm like, man, he looks like someone I've seen before too. That's the funny part. I think to myself, he looks like someone I've seen, but then you show him later on in the movie after it's all said and done. We'll just say, I'm like, no way, that's Alan Tudyk. So I guess
how do you say his name? Do you say is his name pronounced Tudyk or Tudyk? Tudyk.
Are you trying to do something there, Mark? With the Tudyk, what are you trying to do?
I think I got you.
No, that was good. Ooh, Osmore 199. He getting a huge membership. I love that, sir. Thank you.
Huge.
Appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good Tuesday night. Thanks for supporting Toxic Tuesday. Don't hold on me. What's happened? Oh yeah, we get to beat the whole crew of the average Joes. You know what? I'll say this. This is a very well casted crew for the average Joes, because you have Justin, who's played by Justin Long. I love that they kept his name here. Justin playing from Justin Long. So you had Justin, you had Gordon, you had Steve the Pirate, obviously Peter LaFleur. God, who am I missing on this team now? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who did I not mention?
Wasn't Justin Long like the Dell guy? Wasn't he in commercials for Dell computers? Speaking of computers,
he was in Waiting too.
But was he the same guy?
Oh, Dwight. Dwight. I'm missing Dwight. Yeah, I'm missing Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight. Yeah. I'm missing Dwight. Sorry, Dwight. Oh, that's Tom's ad. Midget tossing. I thought about Tom when I saw him. I'm like, where's Tom? That's like perfectly right up his alley. Tom would win like the World Series of midget tossing. If that was like a real thing in real life, Tom would fight tooth and nail to compete in midget tossing. Sorry, the caffeine is clearly getting to me.
Well, that's okay. Yeah.
We will discuss that later, Brian Barth. We will discuss the alternate ending. We will talk about it and why things happened the way that they did. So we'll get there. Trust me. That's a conversation for much later. But no, it's great because all these characters kind of all have their moments, and even the most loserish ones of them all even have a moment where they can redeem themselves, not just for them personally, but for those who they care for as well. So there is quite a bit of human to their stories, humanity, I guess you could say, to their arc. It isn't just them, being funny, being the laughing stock, since they're the geekiest of the geeky bunch. There is character to all of them. Oh, poor Justin. He got Rikishi'd really good in this scene.
This
It
is
is.
so
I mean,
toxic.
if there's a way to die, I don't care. It's being suffocated by pussy is not the worst way to die. You know what I mean? Even if it's
No.
big pussy, I'm just saying.
I was going to say that pussy, maybe.
I mean, it could be Mad's pussy. You know what I mean? It could be worse.
Oh man, if we weren't demonetized before, we are most definitely demonetized.
You actually try to monetize this show?
No.
Well, hope springs eternal in a human breast.
I mean, my Sunday Night Geekeries usually get limited. It's like, what do I talk about? How bad Star Trek Discovery is? It's like, I can only imagine this show gets demonetized within just because the opening with the...
Wow, Dustin, that was next level. That was absolutely straight up next level. That comment. Dude, that's perfect. Put Mad's face on her. Oh, that's the clip. That's the clip.
You could mark that clip I sent to you. That would work really, really well with Mad's face on it.
Wow.
I couldn't find the clip. Where did you send it to me directly, or is it in the Toxic Tuesday group?
And it's to you directly in Twitter.
Oh, to me directly in Twitter. Okay,
Yeah.
All right. Let me go check. I didn't see it, but let me go. Let me go check.
Oh, there's that video.
I can
He's
read
got
it.
his mouth
Yeah.
wide
Oh,
open.
no! With mouth wide open.
Could be
Now,
worse.
Would her muff be wide open or just his mouth?
Oh, yes. That's the answer. Yes. Both would be happy. She would be
Wookiee
wide
bush.
open, and his mouth would be wide open. He didn't have he had more than a mouthful. I mean, he had a football full.
Could be worse. How? Could be raining.
I mean, it could be raining blood.
Oh, that was a great double reference right there. That was very beautifully timed.
I mean,
I don't know.
that
If
would have made for a
Slayer
shot. Him get his.
I don't know if Slayer can rain blood the way she might on his face, but hey, if Slayer can, you get back to me. Let me know.
Gotta catch him on one of their reunion gigs.
Oh god, yeah.
And the name of the team is the Donkeys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Oh,
who the hell at school is named the Donkeys, right?
actually, hold up. I can do one better. There's a team in this small town about so I'm in the town where I live. About 45 minutes from me, there's a town, and their sports team name is the Whippers. Just saying. I don't know. To me, that sounds like a pretty humiliating name. The Whippers. We got whipped. They're gonna be. I'm a whipper. Like that just sounds like a very flaming name. When I hear the Whippers, I was like, wow. To me, it's a joke when you lose to the Whippers. Like, wow, we got beat by a bunch of whippers. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who that's resonating for, but for me, that one's hilarious. Like, geez, a whipper. That's an awful name. Here's Alan Tudyk, the guy who I didn't know was Alan Tudyk until a few days ago. 20 years of my life, and I didn't know. It should.
I mean,
it was
most of the
there
time,
in front of me.
now he's just a voice.
Yeah, he's really upped his voice game. He really has. But man, how did it not occur to me? I don't
think anybody knew who he was back then, though, right? I mean, had
Maybe
he been
that's
on,
why- Maybe that's why I didn't know. Maybe because I really genuinely like, even though I was well aware of Vince Vaughn from old school and
Made.
Wedding Crashers, which I think was a year later. Like Vince Vaughn definitely, has his resume, and of course, at this point, Stiller had done Meet the Parents, which to me that's the only one that exists.
Yeah, Meet the Parents
Zoolander,
was glorious.
yeah, Zoolander. Like so, obviously, and now of course, last week, we did Tropic Thunder, which involved Ben Stiller as well. So, yeah. God, I just lost my train of thought there. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, his dialogue to meeting the lawyer. Sexual harassment, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, what did we do here?
This is a little bit before the Me Too movement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, every bit of his dialogue to her is of utter toxicity.
Yes, it is. Both of them, in fact. Both.
Yeah,
both. Stiller's even worse, but I mean, both of them are like paying no attention to her warning signs. When the hackles go up, the claws come out. They're not paying any attention to her negative feedback going, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's hysterical.
It doesn't matter how much they both owe. It doesn't matter what might be the consequences. They just like that she's there for the view, per se.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn the consequences. They are willing to just say fuck it all and just go because of that. Yes, Neil, they really did. And that's not just the nostalgia speaking. Like, seriously, like the comedy in this movie is absolutely off the chart. And I saw Brian ask the question, like, I'd say they were both good. Obviously, now as far as better, I'd say maybe by a smidge. And I only say a smidge because of scenes like this, because you could swore that he was getting pumped by Michelle right here. Alligator says, one more bitch, one more. And just like, oh. And he's got a pump for Mad right here too. Oh man, yeah, that'd be another clip to put Mad on, where he starts to use the pump on his thing to get the crotch thing pumped up.
His recock pump or his recap.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh, cosmic fading. Do I need to play that dancing clip again? I'm just saying, do I need to do that again?
Go for it.
Fuck it. We're doing it live.
You're obsessed with horror and assorted dark imagery. Would you ever do an album singing about like puppies and rainbows? Would that ever happen?
Yeah. No, maybe I'll do a real horror record and talk about the Obama administration.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I guess the horror was more than one way. Absolutely. For Michelle. Oh, the strippergram you sent me for the Global Gym 1 year anniversary. Basically, they're just saying, hey, I was toxic. Oh, you were toxic too. Well, you were more toxic than I was toxic than you were toxic. That's basically his speech. My gym makes money, yours doesn't. That is the sum up of his responses. I know that you did this, that I did that. That is all his retorts. And it's so the way he executes the lines are absolutely hilarious. So yeah, I'd have to say slightly Ben Stiller's White Goodman, I'd say just slightly, because the fact that he has this, I'm gonna call it a perm, 80s perm with his giant narcissistic personality. I mean, come on. How can you not? How can you forget a character like this? And that's not just a Vince Vaughn's Peter to the floor, because he has some great, nice, subtle moments here of great comedy, and obviously he's the leader of the team, so he has his part as well. And Vince Vaughn, I do like Vince, but Vaughn definitely.
Vaughn's comedy is more subtle and in the situation, whereas Ben Stiller is just playing one of the single most over the top characters he's ever played in a comedy.
Yeah, he's a very physical performance to his comedy, versus Ben Stiller it's more of like you got to kind of catch what he says.
Yes, this is just literally in-your-face comedy from him. This is a physical as well as verbal comedic performance. He is throwing it all out on the table. He's not holding anything back. And like I said, my first reaction to his character was, oh, this is so over the top. And then once I watched it again, I went like, he's trying to become the guy you want to see lose. It's really what all of this nonsense that he spouts is about. Is you just can't wait to see him get his face pounded with a dodgeball.
Ultimately, Ben Stiller's White Goodman is like a really good WWF heel. He makes you love to hate him, and he's really good at it. And I think that's what adds to that. Because, once again, you don't have to like these types of guys, but they give you a great a great reason to absolutely not like this guy. Like, oh, this guy's so annoying, but that means that he's good. It's kind of when there's a guy who's a really good bad guy in wrestling. Like, they do the absolute worst stuff, but yet you're so engaged by them because they're so entertaining to watch. So yeah, that's exactly so. He's a good heel in this movie.
But yeah, you'd love to hate a good bad guy, right? That's we all hate Darth Vader, right? But if Darth Vader, sucked, like Snoke sucked, then movie ain't working, right? So you gotta have a good villain, yep. Otherwise it ain't happening. Yep. Nope,
not one bit. And we got Osmoral, $1.99, gifting another, you generous son of a bitch. Huge membership. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you donating a second one. You helping me have having more members in my streams. I like that. I like that a lot.
You don't mind all the members everywhere?
No, not me. If anyone,
I mean, my member's just out of frame. I figured that's probably better for YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't know how Rumble feels about it.
I don't know how Rumble feels about it either, but oh well.
Back in the old days, there were Johnsons as far as the eye could see.
And what a lovely sight it was.
Oh man, that clip is so good.
That clip is never going away.
No.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Those men wanted to have sex with me.
We have too much fun on Tuesday night.
No, we don't. We have exactly the right amount of fun.
It's only just begun.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
And he actually got caught up the first time that wrench hit him because they're using plastic wrenches, but the first one was too hard. I was reading the special features.
Oh no! What?
Yeah, the wrench they're plastic, right?
Yeah.
But he actually got cut open because
no
wrenches were made of rubber, but that was hard rubber. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, we got something cool. And then we got 5 memberships gifted.
Whoa, Osmora. Okay, you know what? That's it. You get a Thanos clip for that one. Osmora getting 5 huge memberships. Thank you, sir. That 7 of you became members thanks to Osmora. Sir, cheers to you. Thank you. That is batshit amazing. Wow. Oh, wow. Anyways, let's carry out the movie. Oh, dude. Oh, another great Mad Mardigan because you get the car wash, and then I love how they're so aware that they actually go and advertise it as the male car wash.
Yeah. Well, they did get one guy that was very interested in Justin Long. Yeah.
Oh, the one who the one who has finger in his belly.
Yeah.
The dog was like, "Keep going."
Yeah.
Keep going.
Which car wash are you going to?
Dude, I love that it's so weird, like, oh, male.
Yeah.
Get dirty and the other one to get clean.
Oh, we should. I should put Matt on all their faces.
Oh, dude, no, Matt is the guy with his finger in the belly. That's who Matt is. He's definitely the guy with the finger in the belly.
Matt's going live on his channel here in a minute.
Well,
that's video games. He should be here.
Yeah, right. Everyone should bombard him by shame on you for not being on Toxic Tuesday. Talk about Dodgeball. I mean,
and he's telling us he's going to say there's too many women in this movie. Yeah.
Why does he want to be imperfect? Is all I'm getting at. Why does he want to be imperfect? Just saying. Just saying. Oh yeah, here we go.
Oh my God, wash his truck. Yeah,
dude, little yellow shorts. Oh my! Oh, that is awful. Oh, that's horrific.
We'll get mad here one way or another. Yeah.
Gerry's getting flashback to his King Year's hostage. Oh, you guys are gonna kill me tonight. I can feel it. I swear.
He hasn't collected rent or membership fees in 13 months.
Right.
You haven't collected any fees in 13 months. Oh God.
Oh. What? Numbers together. Oh yeah, is where they realize they gotta learn. They got what they gotta do to get that money. So
well, Matt would like this gym though, right? Because there's no women that go there. It seems.
Yeah, it's all men. That's what I mean. This movie is really a Mad Mardigan type of movie. Yeah, sure. There's some femininity to it, but the stuff with the men, it gets really, really homoerotic. It really does. Like, and when it goes in it really leans on it too. It doesn't like go to the men. Look, there's even a pose for Mad from Vince. Like, he even got a free pose from Mad.
For sure, yeah.
Oh, Dodgeball for 50. How convenient. The $50,000 that they needed. And there's that headline, Go Baldy. Yeah. Which is the banner of the venue, too. Something I did not notice when I saw in theaters. I should have known. Because, I was sophomore, junior, summer. I wouldn't say I was at the peak of my potty humor, but I should have spotted out. I always say he had me at blood and semen of all the lines. You had me at blood and semen. What the fuck? Oh, good, the bull by the horns, dude. What is with him and food? What is with White Goodman and food and the way he handles it? I don't get it.
Because this was his cure for being fat. This is his diet plan. Is every time he wants to eat something that'll make him fat, he tortures himself.
Or put it on his,
Yeah, right.
Which we'll get to later, but
here's
the crotch bump.
Pump.
Yeah, here's that.
There it goes.
Pump.
Just pump you up. I know Ian Anderson is going to protest this movie because they got his copy.
Need those. Toxic Tuesdays needs cock pumps. You know what I mean? Matt
is that our official uniform Is that our official uniform?
Yeah, Matt would definitely not miss a night if we're all wearing cock pumps.
Oh, wow. Seriously. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have a mental sweat. Yeah, I like to break up mental sweat too, and this is where he goes full on creepazoid with trying to get with Mrs. Veach. I already forgot her freaking first name. I can't believe I'm forgetting this shit. I only watched it twice in the last few days, but I think it's a metaphor. Dude, fuck those eyes, Ben Stiller. Jeez.
First name Kate.
Kate Veach. Okay, Kate Veach. I'm just gonna start saying the lawyer because it's obvious. That's easier. With E. Yeah, I always said WHIT with a pause. E.
I was reading Ben Stiller, and they got back together after the pandemic. They were separated for like 5 years, and they got stuck living together during the pandemic, and then they're actually back together now, which is a nice story, right?
Yeah, that actually is. That's actually kind of impressive because usually you end up hearing the opposite. So that's in all rare moments of seriousness on Toxic Tuesday. That's a generally good thing. That's good.
Yeah. So she didn't take offense, I guess, to all Ben Stiller's misogyny here now, but no, I was reading on seeing what Taylor had been up to, and this was reading. Yeah, they actually got back together a few years ago, so kudos for them. And of course, Hollywood marriages sometimes aren't the most stable. But, yeah,
most of them.
Yeah,
we date. Yeah, that was a great line. And she's like, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Mouth a little bit. Yeah.
Yo, crap where you eat. Like, what? Oh, totally not, well, Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Say that. Yahtzee.
Not at all.
Oh my
Not even
God.
a little bit. No.
But we get
That's a great scene.
It's a great introduction for one of the absolutely best characters in this movie.
Yes.
Oh man, freaking Patches! What a dude! Patches O'Houlihan. I love that name. O'Houlihan.
They threw heads at each other.
Right.
It's supposed to be like a takeoff on lacrosse, I guess, where they did. Use
that was a formalized form of warfare.
Yeah.
Lacrosse was.
I did not know that about old propaganda. I did not know that. Yes, for Patches, I agree, man. What a character, what an actor.
And I don't know whether the anti-dodgeball craze had already started in 2004 when this movie came out. When parents were trying to get it banned from schools, but
hurt little Johnny.
Yeah, right. But this one, you make sure you pick all the strong kids for your team so you can gang up on all the wimps. It's like
we had so much fun playing dodgeball. Now, early on, we played with the red ones, like the red nosebleed ones,
Yeah.
And then later on, we started playing with Nerf footballs.
So
you had accuracy. You could just spiral right to people's faces.
Yes. Yeah, I only played with those red balls that when the coaches overinflated them, they hit you like somebody chucking a baseball at your head.
I think Nerf footballs were just cheaper at that point too.
I think they were trying to save it. I think they were trying to save it from the parents who were all bent out of shape about it, because there really was a push to get this entire sport banned across the country. Not allowed in gym, not allowed ever.
I remember even going to the playground, we had all the we still had the steel merry-go-round that would go 200 miles an hour and you'd fall off.
Yup.
We had the old witch's hat thing, if you know what that was. That would literally take your fingers off.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't a thing for us.
Hey, when I was in second grade, our playground was paved.
So was ours.
Yeah. You fell off the jungle gym, you went to the hospital.
It was asphalt. It was blacktop.
Dodge,
exactly.
Duck, dip, dive, and dodge. The 5 Ds.
Yeah.
They take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you. What a lie.
That's being clipped right now, actually.
Yes.
Oh, what a line. Oh,
It is.
get to qualify for the Vegas Open. Everyone just relax. I've always found the best. Oh, dude, I love this first round that they do, even though it's not like it's the unofficial round because it's basically their exhibition before the tournament proper. But there's a great moment of toxicity in this exhibition match. Basically, the match to be able to compete in the game is hilarious. I think you guys know which moment I'm alluding to, but oh man, I'm like, bro, fucking went there with the, we'll just say hint steroids, hint.
Hint, yeah.
Oh, hey,
yeah, I was surprised they went there, but I forgot this was an old movie.
Right. Well, it's like watching people watch the Stan Loretta scene in Life of Brian for the first time now. From 1979. Back then it was humored. Now it's the law in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, what a difference 45 years makes.
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, right. This is what they miss. They miss the fact that that's the spy camera in their gym.
It wouldn't be that clear in 2007 or whenever this came out.
04.
Oh yeah, definitely wasn't that clear.
No.
Yeah.
Dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation.
Right?
Oh, that
how can you
line
not go
is
crazy
great.
in that line?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Dude, I love Gordon's wife in this movie. The fact that she's the rental wife, and he's like, "Hi,
Yeah.
oh look, L for love, L for love.
Loser.
Oh yeah, loser.
L for love." That's a special bond with your mail order wife. I think that. Oh man,
We're playing Boy Scouts. Worse.
Oh, how timely! How very timely considering the news today.
Yes.
Yeah, we won't go there, but man,
No comment.
Yeah, no comment either.
Well, it really doesn't change anything because they've had girls in it for a few years now. I'm full disclosure, I'm a scout leader, so yeah, it's not really changing anything. It's just changing the name. At this point, the organization is let women in. So, yep.
Anyways, back to Toxic Tuesday
Yeah.
because wow, they sucked.
Oh, they did.
Absolutely sucked. Each and every last one of them sucked. Like, man, they basically got beat up by grade schoolers.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know that
obviously
these
one's-
guys, in their first game, you suddenly realize every single one of these guys was the guy who got picked last in gym. That's what they are. They're a whole team of the guys who got picked last.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna start a dodgeball team. Oh man, if we had within our sphere on YouTube, I don't know which team would I be. Would I be on my own team? Would I be part of the Dix division? Would I be part of Mead? Would there be also a Midnight's Edge in the Morning team versus a Mead team? There's obviously you got the FNT team. Yeah, that's it. That would actually kind of, now the more I say that actually sounds like a fun time. I don't know what team I'd be on, but that'd be a fun game to have if we were able to do something like that. All the like stream teams, have them do a dodgeball tournament. I remember. I can't remember. Was it a dodgeball? I can't remember. Okay, my memory's kind of blurry on it, maybe because I took a few shots too many to the head. But I remember we played dodgeball. We all punched the ball. We didn't smack the ball, serve it, whatever you want to call it. We punched it. And one guy cut his fingers and blood got on the ball. And then we all like kind of like in awe of how great that was. And then we all decided
Bloody
everyone contribute their blood to the ball and start punching the ball. So we all started punching the ball till all our knuckles got bloody. And then we gave the gym teacher a bloody volleyball mixed with all our
joy.
blood.
I'm not getting paid enough for this shit, guys.
Remember to pick the bigger, stronger kids for your team. That way, you can all gang up on the weaker ones. Like Winston here.
You can't teach competition in schools these days. It's all about the socialism. Everyone gets a trophy. So
right.
Dodgeball is the antithesis of that, right?
Yes.
Good old American capitalism and competition, right?
You're adopted. Your parents don't even love you.
Yeah. I was dying.
But yeah, I remember now. I
Girl
remember
Scouts,
the
yeah.
exact words. I think it was a guy named Cody. And he's just like, everyone contribute your blood to the ball. So, well, we did that. We all contributed our blood to the ball. I remember there's blood marks on the wall and everything too. You can see the smears from the ball in it. What?
Booger.
Booger, yeah, it's Booger.
Oh,
yeah.
Booger,
From
Booger.
Revenge of the Nerds.
I did. Okay, that one's new to me. I did not notice that all this time. Geez, this movie really was a who's who of appearances.
Oh yeah. It pulled in a lot of people. Hell, they got the Hoff.
Oh, hold on.
That wasn't that hard. That took a Big Mac.
Oh,
yeah.
When she goes crying and you can see the hair go,
yes.
Oh, they're all mad at her. Like, oh, come on. We lost because you took drugs. Oh man. This would have been on CNN headlines for 3 weeks today, and they would have said it would have been a threat to their democracy. That's
Yes.
what would have happened.
Yes.
Just that scene alone. Just that scene alone. Wow. You dudes sucked, and you somehow got a win just because someone freaking had drugs in their system. And they're still so happy about it too. Like, yeah, we lost you, but all the rest are the dirty Sanchez. I was gonna say something, but I saw that name. Who cares now what I was gonna say? Because that's more important, funnier. Oh.
It's obvious that you dig me, and I'm laughing at him because he's on a slightly more subtle level. He's doing the same damn thing.
Oh yeah.
That White Goodman is doing with her. They just have slightly different games, and neither of them are
he
working.
can spell his name.
Right, that's true.
If we're gonna be fair here, they kind of are two sides of the same coin. Like in a way, as far as their how they run their business, they really are. Like and then they're definitely even more so when it comes to how they handle their relationship or lack thereof with Kate. I got her name right this time with Kate. I was gonna say the lawyer again, but it occurred to me last second with Kate. Yeah, they are, but it's what makes this movie so wonderfully. Oh yeah, blade, laser, taser.
Sound like the American
Blazer.
Gladiators.
I meant to say blazer. I thought there was a taser though. Was there not a taser? I thought there was a taser too. And Michelle. That's
Michelle.
Oh.
Just remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
And Monty.
He forgets the last one, which is dodge. He's like, oh shit, I got to come up with a 5th one. Make it dodge again.
Make it dodge again. When we saw, when JP, I'm just gonna call him JP because when I see him, I think about Grandma's Boy. He sees the girl and she has this weird name that I think started with the name word Stalin in it, actually, which is very well. Obviously, definitely gotta be a nod to a certain Stalin since she was Russian.
Yeah.
Just saying. Is that an actual American actress? Do we know? Because I never looked into her, like see what she actually looked like, or was she like? Does she actually look like that in real life?
Let me check. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. but it's JP's true love, guys. That's all, man.
Yeah, how the heck could he fall for her? Right?
Yeah, well, he's probably a virgin, just like he was in Grandma's Boy. Think about it. Dolly Stalin had braces. Yeah, probably that thing did. But apparently she was really good. Peter Shays Helicopter Tours for $2 says, is Base Vaughn still in Hollywood's no-no list? Probably. I mean, last time I checked, he was hanging out with a certain ex-president at a baseball game, I think during a World Series or something like that. So I don't know. Which is weird because he still like seems to. I've heard that he still has good relationships with his peers, but just because his peers still like him, well, it's the higher ups that are all stupid and retarded. So it's unfortunate because it shouldn't have to be about this stuff. He should be like, oh hey, you voted for an alligator. We could still be friends. No, but who cares about that shit? Yeah, it's dumb, but who cares?
Well, here's the actress, Missy Pyle. She's actually pretty cute. And she was in Galaxy Quest. Remember as the alien?
Oh, yeah.
So that's you don't recognize her.
No, that's actually impressive. No. That's actually impressive that she actually made herself, do a complete reverse.
Yeah. And Justin Long was also in Galaxy Quest 2. In the end, when he's the kid with the blueprints, and I remember telling my wife, I was watching with my much better half, and she's like, "What nerd would have like starship plans?" And I'm like, I go in the other room. I'm like, actually, I have the blueprints for the Enterprise. Do you still want to stay married? She's like, oh my god, oh my god. She's like, yeah, because they're using the blueprints to the end. Like, oh, it was not a good moment.
Did you realize who you married?
Right.
Yeah. I know, but she's like, no one has blueprints for a starship or like a spaceship. But she probably said spaceship. Like, but I have them.
Hey, John Cole, thank you for subbing. Appreciate that, sir. Hell yeah.
Oh, we play balls to the wall. Where's that hiding?
You know what? You know what? We we'll give him some balls. You can have balls to the wall. Speaking of that, they announced their tour today. I gotta catch it, so I'm definitely gonna catch it. So it's in September. So yeah, balls will be everywhere, and I can't wait. Someone's gotta clip that, you know it. That was the worst damn display of dodgeball I've seen for you. Old man patches. This fucking guy right here.
Rip Torn. That's great.
This O'Houlihan, your new coach. Oh, dude, I love it. Like, oh yeah, he's totally normal, and then he goes on a tangent, and then they were like, oh, like I guess he's not normal. Because God, what did it say? He's like, is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? Probably not, but I do it anyway because it's strong and I like the taste.
I mean, you know what? Fuck it.
Is this the you only live once Dustin moment?
I mean, you know what? Who's going to tell a guy who throws wrenches at you what he can and can't drink?
Yeah.
Point taken. Point taken. I mean, normal for us.
Do you really need to do this? Yeah. God.
Okay, we got two more. Peter Shays Helicopter Tours for $2. Dragged Across Concrete. One of Vaughn's best ones. I got to rewatch that one again. Because I think I saw it once, and I remember liking it, but I got to rewatch it again. And for another $2 from Peter Shays Helicopter Tours. Oops, I meant Brawl in Cell Block 99, not DAC. That one I have not seen. One of those. I have not seen that. So, okay. Are they both comedies, dude, or are they dramas? Because that second one sounds like it's a drama or an action, maybe, or both. Oh, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball, dude. He fucking mollywopped Justin.
Soul Assassin, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge Gary's back door. Not even light can it's like a black hole. Light can't escape his back door.
No, not once you get within a certain distance. No.
That
Once you cross
was
that Missouri border,
good. Guys, give me 2 minutes.
Sure.
midnight?
Well, oh, that's a good song. Yeah, but let's play. Let's play this clip again because it's just in the slide.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
What?
That shit's funny every time.
It's funny every time.
Yep.
You could tell it hurt too. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
you can
it
see
did
the
really
face,
hurt.
You know it hurt.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell? That hurt. Yeah.
And take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you.
My name is Matt, and I endorse this message.
That's the way you hurt him. That's the way you win.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of that. Alan Tudyk. I've been watching that Resident Alien show.
Oh yeah, how is it?
It's fun. It's fucking funny. Like, we've been walking around talking like him for like 2 weeks now.
Nice. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
I'm being figurative here. I'm glad that he likes it. That's what he's doing. I haven't actually seen it, so I couldn't actually tell you.
It's
about
cheesy, but it's fun.
Yeah, and or here's coming. This is probably one of the best lines in the movie. I think it's probably Gary's favorite line too. I think, right? So,
Holy hell, son, you're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
Gary's like, what do you mean? That is very useful.
that's gonna get clipped into other things, shall we say?
I'm sure.
We just got to play that again.
Holy hell, son, you're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
The wife is like, what are you laughing at?
Oh, dude, where they had that cross through traffic. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, I love, especially seeing Gordon trying to get it. Not only does he hit once, not once, but twice.
Yeah.
It's Vince McMahon, dude, he makes his stick the lollipop, and he puts some chocolate on there. That's what he does. We all know what Vince McMahon did. I mean, what under the context of we won't know for a long time. But do I put it past Vince McMahon to do crazy stuff like that? Absolutely not. It's Vince McMahon.
Was Vince McMahon a billionaire?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I like when I do crazy things that involve the shitty end. It's probably what, Shane, you didn't hear me say that. Yes,
It's just
Vince
so
does.
effing insane. Dodging cars.
Yes.
What was the game Frogger that we played?
Frogger.
Yes, I love Frogger.
It's like you die, but die training.
You know, you have to learn to be a pedestrian in New York City to be able to do this, because it's the only place where the cabbies really are trying to hit you.
Other people get pissed at other people walking too. Like if you're not walking fast enough, or especially rush hour, the people are getting to work get really pissed at the tourists, and it's like just keep walking, get the F out of the way. It's
Yep,
it's power walking.
Yes.
Oh, we're really close to seeing when what's her face, Kate Fine does her first toss. There had the hill, so yeah, there's the infamous line. But yeah,
I was a little early. I came a little early. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? It's okay. You know, sometimes around here, you know that there is.
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
Oh my God, the cock.
Coming early is better than not.
Are we demonetized yet? Yeah.
Oh, dude, we've been demonetized for like since like I'd say like 10 minutes into the show. We're absolutely
If we're not demonetized, we're not trying hard enough.
no. Being demonetized on Toxic Tuesday is the expectation. It's weird. One of my Toxic Tuesdays got remonetized recently. I don't know how it happened, but it did. I was like,
got remonetized?
It got remonetized. It was the White Lightning. I don't know how that happened, but it happened.
Did you ask to be remonetized, or you just
it was under the yellow, and then all of a sudden I checked again, it went back to green. And I'm like, oh,
I'm disappointed in ourselves then. I mean, I don't think we did a good enough job on that show then.
It wasn't the yellow during the show. It went back to green after some odd time later. I don't know. But it's the only
someone must be a Burt Reynolds fan at YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Right.
All I know is that can play. Oh, dude. Oh, that's a big old no word that they will straight up. They will yeet you for that one on YouTube. But yeah, this is where you learn that she can play.
Yep.
And she gets the best shot of the entire team. Oh, dude.
We used to sell that type of pliers actually for our electrical tools. I won't say the word, but that's actually a legitimate word for an electrical tool.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. It's another word for pliers. And you say pass the D's. I can't even say it, which is ridiculous, but that's how an electrician refers to their pliers. They call them they're the big, huge pliers with cutting edges on the side. You use it all the time. So
also known as linesman's pliers.
Yeah, but no one calls them that. They all call them their
right there.
EYs.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, Kate. Time to put your mouth where her balls are.
Oh, you read my mind on that one. Oh,
oh wow.
That's actually the clip I'm clipping right now.
Oh wow.
How'd you like that knife shoved up your ass?
In the ass?
I wouldn't like that at all.
Oh, yeah, huge pliers. Yeah, huge pliers. That's right. Yeah,
huge.
Once again, and I think Retro, you nailed it. Like it's once again, he just says those really just regular lines like, oh, that was freaking hilarious. And then of course, White Goodman puts the pizza in his pants. That's what I mean. He has this weird thing about things he does with food. Like I know you say obviously with the donut, he's trying to stay healthy, but then what's he trying to do here?
What he's done is he's fetishized. Food is turned into a fetish, a BDSM fetish for him. That's what it looks like is going on. He's doing everything he does with food is now sexual of one form or another. And it's so weird. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
He looks like he came from San Francisco.
Michelle, I'll simply have to woo her. And oh man, that backfired tremendously.
Oh yeah.
He fucking got tossed. He got freaking bitch smacked into the wall by Kate. And you know what? It was an earned moment for her. It really was.
Oh yeah,
bro, he just showed up at her place, let her know that she was fired, and then tried to get with her. He's only lucky it wasn't LaForce. He had done something. He got off light, and it took for her to make him bleed his own blood, even though he's like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
as opposed to somebody else's blood.
Yeah, right. And like,
right.
Oh,
crazy little man. Were they married back then? I guess they were married. Let's see. When did they get?
I never looked into when
did they get married? What year?
I couldn't tell you. I do not know when they got married.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be ironic if this was where their relationship started?
You know, that would
Oh,
actually
2000. They got married in 2000.
Okay.
wow.
So they were
Been together
married.
a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, they're married.
That's,
Yep.
that's a legacy. Wow. That's actually impressive once again, considering that, yeah, as you mentioned about Hollywood marriages, relationships in general. Like that's impressive. And the fact that they got back together and after all the Kung Flu lockdowns too, like geez. You don't get to touch
Oh,
me.
good
ever.
story. Yep.
No, it really is because outside of like what Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, what other ones? I don't count Will Smith and Jada Pickett's. That doesn't count. I don't care if they've been together a while. That doesn't count to me.
No.
I guess it's over between us, Kate. It never even started. It's like no, you were never a thing. You were never even a
It's
thing.
looking like how stupid are you? We're over. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I love this. This is a scooter.
Oh yeah.
So when he takes off, it goes. You know, it would only have been better if it was a 2-seat Mohead.
Who were Ben Stiller's parents again? Am
uh,
I just remembering?
That was Stiller and Mira.
Oh
Yep.
yeah,
Famous
comedy
comedian,
team.
yeah.
And they stayed together as a comedy team after they got divorced. But they were a comedy team for decades. And yeah, they're Ben Stiller's parents.
Wow.
Of course, he was on Seinfeld. He's the famous Serenity Now, Serenity Now, which is my favorite clip. Yeah.
Matt, you know who would like a back rub from Peter LaForce? Matt Mardigan.
Oh, I'm sure it would. Yeah.
Yeah, he would then not only taken the pass and got one, he would have offered one like in a Speedo or something after. that would have been Mad's game about it. He would have been all about the Speedo, and he probably brought the lube and everything. Probably would have thrown in extra dudes for a good measure.
Just wait till you see the outfits they have to play their first game of dodgeball in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those outfits are ridiculous. Oh yeah.
Oh, you got a big super chat here.
I did. Oh, what's up, Dash Attack? For $10 says, "Oh, good. I didn't miss the tournament. Need that commentary for the I'm not a lesbian bit at the end. Utter classic. Love this movie. 5 Ds of dodgeball for life, baby. I gotta get you back on sometime, man. I gotta get you back on it. It's been a few weeks.
Oh, there's
a few months. Holy crap! It's been a few
there's
months.
a funny bit of trivia because ESPN2.
Go ahead.
ESPN2 called itself the Deuce, so they decided to make fun of that and make up an ESPN 8 and call it the Ocho. Well, 2017 ESPNU decided to call itself ESPN the Ocho.
No way.
Based on this.
Oh, here comes that announcing team.
Yes.
Dude. Oh.
Oh, and you want to know something funny? I did not recognize the other Jason Bateman as Pepper Brooks.
You didn't recognize him, yeah.
I didn't recognize him at all. And I've used the meme, and I now know where it's from. Bold strategy, Cod. Let's see how it works out for him.
Dude, his lines are just pretty much a mixture of parroting what the other guy said, or just basically just like being having a more obvious take as well. So it's like, wow, okay, wow, that really adds to the conversation with
Right.
what you just said.
reminds me a little bit of the guy who worked on, in the booth on Major League. Who has monosyllabic answers, and finally Euchre goes, "That's why they don't. They don't call him the best color commentator in the league for nothing."
Our movie. It also reminds me of the announcing team, also from The Waterboy, because you had that one guy who kept repeating his line, can't hold back now. Last game, and it gets to a point where by the third quarter, his announcing partner is like, "We know." Great line, yeah. All the more reason why we got tackle Waterboy sooner than later. Hey, well, the Gilded represent TZ. How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for dropping in. So I do those old ratty ones. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. I laughed my face off when I saw this. I was like, dude, bondage night goth chains. Bro, there's a goth club in the city that is really popular, and seeing walk out, it looked like I came straight from one of those events. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows Chicago, but there's a infamous club called the Exit, and basically
It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, they closed it down.
Oh,
I had a
good.
friend who worked there for like a decade and a half.
Yeah, no, I knew some people there for a while. Dude, that place was a walking STD.
I like going. I mean, I didn't go there very often, but it was fun because it was like a 2-story bar.
Yeah, no, I loved it. But man, people,
it was gross.
you know, when people all talked about the fear of Corona and all that, I'm like, you clearly have never hung out at Exit in the city, because if you could last a night there, you'll be fine as far as Kung Flu goes. And
yeah, you're immune.
Osmora, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for getting all of those memberships to all our 7 new members. Have a good night, sir. Thanks for your support. Cheers and beers. Yes.
And here's some wholesome family entertainment coming up.
Yes.
And there's a banner that said "Go Balls Deep."
Yep.
Isn't it funny how they treated a game of dodgeball almost like it was like the Stanley Cup or the Super Bowl? Like they got a cheerleading session involved. They got an announcement team involved. They got a big, good sized crowd. I'm like,
it almost reminds me of Running Man.
Yes,
it does.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah, I could definitely see the Running Man. Oh, yeah, that's a Hoff. No, dude.
Here comes the Hoff.
Yep.
David Hasselhoff. Oh, God.
He's got the bit gag in.
He's giving her the bit gag in.
I remember the mom hides her one kid's eyes. I'm like, lady, did you not just see the banner that just said "Go Balls Deep"? That wasn't a red flag. That low wasn't a red flag. It took for that to be the red flag.
That's red.
Well, I guess that was that really was the other team's uniform, I guess, right?
Yeah. It was the other team's uniform. But even if the other team wore it, like that's the part I didn't understand. I was like, how is that a deal breaker for these guys? Grant, I know obviously some of the outfits are out of place, but
they raided Matt's closet.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is.
Is Matt really live playing video games right now?
Oh,
he was playing. Him and Brahma were supposed to be playing live right now. Yeah.
Well, this is what he's doing with Brahma.
Tell him he's on Toxic Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what this. Well, Matt and Brahma together, wishing they could.
What's Bond doing? I think he's attempting re-entry, sir.
That's Bond, yeah.
That's great.
And you know, there is actually a professional dodgeball league, and they do actually have a tournament every year in Vegas.
What? Oh,
yes,
really?
for real.
Dude,
yes.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the national.
Wow.
What's it called? The National Dodgeball League. Yep. So here's their page. Yes, here's the wiki.
Wow.
Yeah, National Dodgeball League, founded in 2004, probably because of this movie.
Because of this movie.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, here's the official website of the National Dodgeball League. Yeah.
That is crazy. I wonder if there's like a Chicago team.
Yeah, they have all the teams, dodgeball teams.
Well,
Here we go.
Teams, yeah.
New York
San Diego
Epic.
Crossfire, New York
Chicago
Epic.
Vendetta.
No.
Yeah.
Chicago Vendetta. That's right. They may as well just
Here we go.
Just called them the Chirac Vendetta.
There we go.
Do
And they got
they
dodgeball
have?
etiquette.
Does West Virginia have a team called the Feud?
Oh, and they have Dodgettes too. They have cheerleaders.
Oh, what?
Oh, that's definitely based on this movie. Then.
Oh yeah.
Here's the team.
This
Here's
is
the team.
nuts, dude. Wow.
That's the vendetta. You should try out and join. Try to join, Nick. Look, they're going balls deep there.
Who would have thought a tournament became a thing from a movie? I am blown away.
Especially a movie as silly as this one.
Ooh, they have a Hall of Fame too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Dodgeball 101. Yeah, the rule book. Yep. So everyone go try to join the team in your local area, right? Yeah.
I have no freaking words. Seriously.
Texas team. Look at all these teams.
Make patches.
They have a Virginia Rampage.
Virginia Rampage. Oh man.
There you go.
Oh, too good. Oh, they've all my sweet dick. It's magic. Oh, Dallas Doberman. Wow. Boston Undertakers. Minnesota
they're the Men in Black?
Blair. Yeah, Men in Black. So where are the Men in Black from then?
Let's see. From outer space.
Seriously, that one I don't understand.
I don't know.
Probably from Washington, D.C.
Oh, yeah. That would make a lot of sense. I mean, that is the Cathedral of Criminals. So
They only have 4 players.
Say again,
I guess they
Dustin?
forfeit a lot.
Yeah.
That must. The Baltimore. Oh, you cracked me, the Baltimore. Correct. You know, it's kind of made that line, I got a bridge to sell ya, have new meaning now to that line ever since that happened. Granted, very tragic, by the way, YouTube and outsiders, if you're listening for your first time, not fully understand the humor of the show. Obviously, it's a very tragic incident, but a good joke is a good joke. Rest in peace to any victims, if there were any. I didn't look that further into it, so I don't know the casualties.
By the way, that's a promo from Baywatch that he's about to smash on the ground.
Ihr seid alle Schweine! Ihr habt Schande über unseren Haus gebracht! Losers!
Are they at Hogwarts? Bring fucking like shame to your houses? Like you were Hufflepuff.
Oh,
So-
no one. Usually the Hoff is very popular in Germany, but yeah, not after
very,
that.
very popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's stinging.
I just realized another thing too. So so up to this point, we've had Gary Cole, Jason Bateman, we've had David Hasselhoff, we had Hank Azaria as Young Patches, and this is but wait, there's more appearances still coming. There's still more to come. This is not all. Like, oh god, suit yourself. I was like, oh man. Homie he's belting out the lines left and right. That would be ultra countable. And also, this man Rip Torn did pass on a few years ago, so rest in peace to him. I thought it was in 2020, 2021, but I looked it up and I was wrong. It was in 2019. So really unfortunate. Oh,
And he was in Men in Black too. Of course, we're just referencing Men in Black.
Oh, really?
Dodgeball
Rip
team.
Torn was? Oh,
Yeah. Remember Rip Torn and Men in Black? Yeah.
I don't remember that really well, besides not liking it. So,
Well, did they hold the thing up at the end of the movie so you forgot the whole movie? Hold the device up.
I see what you did there. Oh, God, I can't remember. I remember the movie not being all that good.
He's
That's
the
all
big
I
boss
remember.
guy. Yeah, Rip Torn. Yeah.
Say that again.
The
Sorry,
first one
Mark.
was good. No, yeah, he's the boss guy and he's in charge. Yeah, Rip
Is
Torn's
he?
in charge.
Okay,
Of
I can't.
he's like the
remember.
big CIA guy there. Yeah.
No, first movie is an A+, but that second movie I just
Yeah.
remember being really really like, this is kind of disappointing type of thing. Like, I didn't like hate it, with a boiling passion, but I was just really let down by it, basically. Oh, the
Yeah.
Lumberjacks team. Man, you had a goth team. You had a Lumberjacks team. They definitely, I'll give them credit. They definitely had some good team names and appearances for their teams. I thought it was good. I definitely, and of course, Justin continues to get his ass handed to him left and right. And you're thinking at this point, wow, is this guy going to have any moment of redemption in the entire movie? I thought there was one character initially who was not going to have a moment. It was going to be Justin, because they just seemed like they were trying to beat him to death with, his beatings. Pinochet's Helicopter Tours. I missed your super chat for $2. Craig Zoller films are definitely not comedies. I kind of figured, just wanted the verification. Thank you, sir.
I thought that looked like who's
Go
the guy
ahead.
that I thought that looked like Bob Ross for a second in the background. Sorry.
What the hair? Yeah. Yeah.
That's not Bob Ross. Yeah.
No.
In a fun cameo of Bob Ross there. Yeah.
It would have been. Kid Sport, by the way, after what the shot that we just saw, there was a souvenir for a Lucky fan. Oh yeah, the fan who got decked. That was a perfect line. There's a souvenir for a Lucky fan. Oh, so freaking good. Yeah, but now you see. Luckily, they're at this point now where the team starts actually like kind of have a bit of a groove now. And they face off against one of Mad Mardigan's favorite teams, the skinny sumo guys. That's why I call them skinny, because they're basically just all dudes in diapers. I don't know if Mad changes any of them, but maybe we can ask him. One of you guys should go ask Mad if he changes Japanese men's diapers. Go to his chat and just bombard him with that shite. Like, Mad. Seriously, I he's gonna feel right in his beak. Oh, and there's it's gotta be the hair. It's beautiful, feathered and lethal. You just don't see it nowadays. That was a very gay one. This is where he smacks Michelle like freaking. He gave him some patty smacks to his ass. Skills. I love that team name and the look, because they had that. What was that clothing brand that was popular in the 2000s for the
Kango?
Oh, Fubu. Do you remember Fubu?
That was Damon Johns' company, Fubu.
They all looked like they were a Fubu, basically.
It looked more like Kango stuff though to me, but
maybe Kango's popular in Indiana, and in Illinois we had Fubu.
Well, Fubu was everywhere. So was Kango, because I mean, all the old '80s and early '80s rappers all rapped about Kango and stuff.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Right you are, partner. Quick gas, the floor, wheels, and tires. Yeah, and you think, oh man, this is gonna be another one of those. I remember Boo but as FU. I don't. Did I miss something at the time? All I knew is that's Fubu. That's all I know. So the average Joes. I remember thinking this. I'm like, okay, they're obviously going to win this game, but I wonder if there's going to be any twists to how this happened, because I knew, but I thought maybe they'll do something to really spice it up, and they did. Not just because of the way the game played out, but because of what happened after the game, which is actually what kind of impressed me, because I can forgive a predictable ending if you have something that surprised me with. And well, this movie did that. And I didn't realize too, when rewatching it, it's only like 90 minutes. It is.
Yeah, it's a short and sweet. It doesn't waste time, right? Yeah.
No, it really it didn't waste a single damn minute, even though they did have to go in for reshoots, and we'll get into it very shortly because we're getting really close to it. But they did have to go in for reshoots for a certain scene.
Oh,
and
well,
I honestly, I couldn't notice at all, not one bit. Maybe that's just me, but I'm sure someone in the chat like, "Oh, I noticed." And no, hey, more power to you. But I couldn't.
Was it this scene?
Probably haven't even smelled a woman in 8 months.
They must masturbate a lot, Cotton.
They must masturbate a lot. Kid-friendly game. Doth blows, announcing team being toxic. Cheerleaders are definitely in more out there outfits than a normal sports game, like an NFL game. Yeah, and then a banner that says "Go Balls Deep." Totally kids game. This dodgeball game, total kids game. That's why it makes it once again all the more ridiculous. That girl covered his daughter's eyes. At times, I actually remind myself that this was PG-13 because I actually thought at times that this movie was maybe an R movie. And they learned that it's PG-13, but I really thought it was R because they definitely push it as far as like language goes in the movie and some of the things that they've done. They do push it in a few angles. They really do. Yeah. This is where Gordon's moment is, where he finally. I love this. Is one of my favorite. He sees the kids and he's like, "Get angry," and he did, man. I love it. He transforms, and he also you believe he actually did. Before you know, he seemed squinty guy who too. Oh, now he's a beast man. I love it.
Yeah.
He starts
and when he kills the guy, he almost kills the guy. You think he's going to over and say sorry or something. He doesn't. He just keeps yelling. Then right at the end of the scene, when he like smacks the guy in the face, right? He doesn't. He's like he stays angry. Yep.
They had mentioned one of the announcers mentioned the line, "Let the dodgeball slaughter begin." Well, he was right, just not the way he was expecting. Because he was probably expecting them to all just wail on him, but he ended up taking them all out. It was freaking awesome. That was this probably as far as wins go. I'd probably have to say is probably my favorite win of all their tournament victories because you saw Gordon here really come into his own.
Yep.
You're kidding me? He's calling them out. Oh man,
yeah.
Ben,
yeah, I mean, this movie doesn't, it's just, it's a fun movie, but it doesn't, go off into like a big romantic tangent or whatever. Like, you just get to the game and you have all this fun in the game, and it's silly, but it gets you laughing all the time, right?
Well, it's a thing. There's a lot of great cameos by big names. There's nice subtle references to things, and then you have two different types of humor clashing. There's not like any major side story. The smaller, I guess you could say, side character stories are all connected to the bigger arc as well. So it is really ultimately one cohesive story. And it was, I mean, I don't count straight to video movies, but as far as I'm aware, this is a one and done movie. Because I think they put out like a straight to DVD sequel, but once again,
there is a sequel on its way.
Really?
Yeah, it's showing up on Internet Movie Database right now under Vince Vaughn. Dodgeball 2.
Oh no.
Let me pull it up. Let me look at it a little bit more here. Let me see.
Yeah, look. Oh man, I jinxed myself with that one.
It's in pre-production right now.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't go any further.
Hopefully it stays there.
This plot is unknown at this time. It may have been there for a while. I just haven't looked at Vince Vaughn in a while. But there was a movie called Dodgeball Thunderdome.
I think that was that straight to DVD one. Oh, unless there's something else. I couldn't tell you. I could be wrong.
No, that's a reality TV show. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
He must have got paid for them or something.
No, it's straight up will not match the original. It's like seriously, it's
no way.
And to be even more fair, because I have to emphasize that, let's just pretend we didn't go down this social political well that we did in current year. I feel like this is one of those movies that kind of just works at its time. You caught all these actors at the right moment in their career for us.
Yeah.
This is definitely that type of movie that you caught lightning in a bottle with. You couldn't really improve upon it. I'm not saying it would even be bad. it was just one of those movies. And Cosmic Vader, you thought the same thing that I thought. The irony of the scene, that a sign that says the luck of the Irish comes crashing down on Patches. So
I
he's
should be laughing. It was
not
laughing
so
so
lucky.
fucking hard.
I
Lucky
was just
Charms.
like, no, that I did not notice until my first rewatch from a few days ago. I'm like, oh, that's actually really smart because he's not lucky, even though he had a sign that said the luck drop on it. Because I didn't catch that both times I saw it in theaters. I was like, and once again, small little things like that are like freaking awesome. Like, hell yeah, that's actually really smart. As unfortunate as we lost Patches, one of the best characters in the movie. It's a great scene. A great scene nonetheless.
As long as we got Patches, we got a shot.
Not so lucky.
We're gonna get our taint
Get our taint tattooed too. Didn't one of them say what's a taint? I think one of them
Yes.
was.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad.
Oh,
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go say something to the guys. Yeah.
I think the 100+ people in our chat. Thank you, by the way, for being here. I think they know. I think they all know.
That line. I don't think they make a sorry your coach got killed by 2.5 tons of irony Hallmark card.
Oh man. Yeah. That line. I know you. You know you. And I know you know that I know you. Oh man. Oh, I think I'm a lot dumber than you think. I thought that I did. Yeah, some of those are like tongue rollers.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So where were the reshoots? Were that I didn't know about those.
We're
Coming
getting,
up, or-
I'll let you
Getting
know
closer?
when. I'll let you know when.
Because I know
will.
nothing. I know nothing about that. That'd be interesting here. Yeah.
Oh, it's especially very interesting because of some of the reasons why it led to the reshoots, because it wasn't really supposed to be a thing, but we're getting close.
Well, okay. I'm coming early again. Sorry. Yeah.
But
wait a minute. He's talking about how impressive $100,000 looks. It's $100 bill sitting in the middle of the briefcase.
Yeah, like that's where I'm like that's not $100,000. You got ripped off, man. Unless there were like $1,000 bills.
No, that's $100,000 is 100 hundreds, 100 Ben Franklins, and that looks like a stack of 100 pieces of currency to me, and it doesn't look like much in a briefcase.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, if you put it in unmarked 1s and 5s, yeah, it would look like a lot.
Hold up.
Yeah, okay.
Wait. Pirate just
You
saying.
really think that's 100,000?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know, but
hold on a second. That math doesn't seem to math to me. Hold on a second.
That math
I got to figure it out.
Oh, 10,000. Okay,
Yeah,
so it is
$10,000.
Yeah, that's $10,000. So it's $1,000 bills.
Yeah, 1,000.
That's a little bit short.
That's short.
Yeah, I was like,
that's what I
that doesn't math right, and I'm not even.
Yeah. That's short. That is short.
Math
That's
is
like
hard.
$10,000 at most. Okay, you got me.
That's okay.
I buy paper in taller reams than that.
Yeah.
Hope your wife's the one that does your checkbook.
That's okay. We don't see much currency these days anyway. It's all virtual.
Right.
Unfortunately, they're trying to get rid of cash, but yeah, that's a story for another time.
No, yeah, they got a guy named Laser. Okay, so I was right. They had 2 lines. So they have a taster. What do you mean when you say Steve's got to go drain a Seamount? Is that his way of saying he's got to go take the Browns to the Super Bowl?
He's going to take a piss.
Oh, I was like,
he's going to drain the lizard.
You've heard that one before?
So does that mean every time Toby Maguire's on the Seabiscuit, when you need to go to the bathroom, he need to lay out a Seabiscuit?
It's possible.
Just say, I mean, is that not a biscuit?
That's like in Roadhouse when he's like, man, I got to go drain the main vein.
Yeah.
Well, drain, I can understand drain. We had the word drain, it was a little bit more like, okay, I can see where drain comes from. But
I was not confused by that line in any way, shape, or form.
Well, like I say, I have a twisted mind, and my mind's so twisted that I kind of hear things a little differently. So I own it. Oh, yeah, that's where he realized you are not a pirate. Yeah, this is a sad moment for Steve the pirate. And JP is just like, hold on, wait, we had a pirate on the team.
Yes.
Oh, man.
He's like, I'm gonna get that booty.
And he does.
Yep.
He gets it from what's her name? Missy Pyle?
Yeah.
Is her name Missy Pyle? Okay, I'm not overly familiar with her, but man, they definitely made her sell the part, that's for sure, with the Princess Leia hair and the unibrow and the
teeth.
Yeah, yes, the animalistic teeth. Yeah, they definitely pulled it off.
I don't know if I don't think you're old enough, Nick, but she reminds me of the East German women, female Olympic weightlifters from back in the day. It was back before they started checking for doping and steroids and that sort of thing.
Doping.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
not a pirate.
The earliest thing as far as scandals I remember when I was paying attention to sports when I was a kid, where I think it was when some of the accusations of steroids are coming out, and then I think was it the Sosa cork bat? I think yeah, it was Sosa a cork bat. That was about it. So as far as scandals and all that, that's more where my memory kind of starts.
Well, wasn't Sosa in a battle with Mark somebody or
Mark McGuire? Yeah,
McGuire was the one doping, and Sosa had the cork bat. So they had two completely different scandals at the same time.
Sosa allegedly was also doping too. You have to say allegedly, but yeah,
allegedly.
But
yes.
McGuire, some of the stuff that McGuire was taking was actually legal for a while too.
Yes,
and then it became illegal, and but I mean, and then it turns out, it's just like the same. It's like most of the guys ended up doping. Like pitchers were doping too. It's not that I'm saying it's right, but and everyone was cheering it on. I was cheering it on back then too. It was pretty freaking obvious when Sammy Sosa went from 150 pounds to 250. His head got bigger.
I remember gambling because I learned about Pete Rose because of WrestleMania 14. And I remember in Kane Tombstone Pete Rose, and there was the controversy about him. I think he was denying the gambling, and then it turns out that he lied about it. Yeah. Pete Rose and the gambling. Yeah, and that's when I learned and that's when I learned about what's that movie called? 8 Man Out with the 1919 Black Sox.
Yeah, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent movie.
But now they're pitching gambling on every freaking commercial on every sport.
Yeah, you can gamble from your phone anywhere.
Yeah, it's scary.
But you can't play online poker anywhere except for New Jersey and Vegas, ironic? I think. Nevada and Jersey.
Yeah.
Fucking Justin. He goes back to where his pain and torment started. Lucky it's a bit friendlier situation, but still, I was like, oh, I actually thought he was gonna get Rikishi'd on a second time. I was actually shocked. I thought this was actually gonna be a setup. Did you guys think that this was gonna be actually?
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna be the one character who was gonna be a full-on loser to the end, because I feel like they were really emphasizing on breaking him down a lot. I was like, oh, he's gonna be the one guy who's not gonna get a happy ending. Oh, Lance Armstrong, the foreshadowing speech. Oh, hey, it's Gary Ambrosia. How's it going, sir?
Hey, Gary.
Thank you for dropping in.
Gary.
Long time no see, man. Hell yeah. I gotta get you on a Toxic Tuesday some of these days. He'd be a great fan. I mean, he only worked on a few movies in his time. Just saying. I got trust. No, that was a good line. I will say that was. I actually that really made me appreciate Justin at that moment because because he could have I guess you could say certain movies. Once they kind of make that type of decision to go away, they stay and that they gotta do a thing for the girl. But it's just like, okay, I did you a favor. I'm still gotta go and fight for my team. It definitely redeemed his character for me. I didn't think he was a bad character. I just thought he was once again, the guy who was just not gonna have a moment to shine, and he ended up having a few. But I love how one of his moments ends up having a hit in the face later on, though. And no Rikishi stink face this time around. No Rikishi stink face. It turned out a bit smoother for our boy. And definitely a little easier on the hands as far as lifting goes. Just saying. No.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure he felt a bit happier about that. What do you think of Lance Armstrong? I mean, I'd never really paid attention to biking, but obviously what he did was really dumb as far as steroids because, well, I think
he didn't do roids. He did doping so you could higher. Not to be
that
too
what he
technical,
did?
Higher blood oxygen levels.
Yeah.
in your body, so you don't get tired as quick.
Mm-hmm.
You have superhuman endurance basically. And the guy did beat 3 kinds of cancer too. I mean, it's a shitty story, but then it turned out like every freaking team was doping. I mean, so
yes,
it's kind of a little ridiculous too to single them out whenever they were all competing against each other, and it turned out how crazy they were all found ways around the rules. So
the harder they signal, the more likely they did it. I remember Barry Bonds, go ahead and test me.
Yeah.
I will.
Was there enough consent for this kiss though? I don't know
about
that. He asked permission before this.
He did go.
Look, I don't know.
Yeah,
he didn't just kiss her; he gave her a dip.
Yeah. He went to the deep seas. He went into the abyss.
The famous picture from V Day in New York City. They were taking that photo down when the soldier, kisses the nurse.
Yeah,
they said it was without consent, so they were removing the picture because it's like, geez, God.
Yeah, they put it back.
How do they know?
Yeah, they know. They finally put it back, right? Yeah,
they did put it back. They got so much backlash for that. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was wrong picture, wrong time to screw around.
Yeah. Oh, it's just the world gone mad. It's a mad world.
Mad fucks up a lot of stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah. We haven't seen Average Joe. Now I will say, pretending that we don't know about what Lance Armstrong did. His speech was not only obviously filled with some real life things that happened, tragedies, but the fact that he basically kind of indirectly makes a mockery out of Peter quitting his game was absolutely hilarious. It was like, oh,
yeah.
I'm sure whatever reason he quit for, I'm sure it was, really, really serious situation. I was just like, oh, damn, you freaking beat him with that little lines. Jeez.
Well, someone might have actually clipped this line, so.
Oh.
It's always better in that.
Well, I guess if a person never quit when the going got tough, they wouldn't have anything to regret for the rest of their life. But good luck to you, Peter. I'm sure this decision won't haunt you forever.
Those words. I'm sure this doesn't, or this does, or this won't haunt you forever, regardless of which words. I'm getting my English wrong.
Now, was this before or after he got caught?
Before.
Oh,
it's before he got caught.
It was definitely before, because I remember that all being like a big deal, kind of like an inspirational, tough love speech.
Yep.
And then that was just like, oh, wow. Damn, dude.
Yeah. It really reads differently now than it did then. And it's hard to imagine. It's hard to go back and erase everything that happened after that to see that scene the way people saw it originally. And of course, here we have Captain. Captain,
the rules just this once.
There's nothing I could do. Rules are rules.
And you know he's parodying himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing I could do.
God bless him.
He's God, yes. I mean, he finally accepted that, most people sucked at imitating him, so he decided I'll do a better imitation of me. So he would just exaggerate it a little bit. It would be, everybody aspired to be able to do that. It's a bold strategy, Cod. Let's see if it works out for him. I love that line.
Oh, I gotta get that next year.
William Shatner. And you think at this point the cameos appearances can't be matched or topped?
Oh yeah.
But in the words of Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Okay,
Yep.
so we'll get into it. So now that we're into this scene here, we can now talk about it a little bit. So this is something I learned that came with the original DVD, which I'm now gonna look into. There was an original ending for this movie, and in the original ending, Ben Stiller's team actually won. Not only did they win this game, the people who signed off on it was not just the director. Ben Stiller not only signed off on it, Vince Vaughn's Peter LaFours even signed off on Ben Stiller's team winning. I didn't expect that one. And then the test screenings happened, and under the test screenings, the ending was highly reviled, and that's when they went in for reshoots for the ending. I
Oh.
would have never thought, and I'm not saying this like as a diss towards any of the actors. It was just something I didn't expect to hear, that all of them were so sure of it that it took for a test audience to be like, I didn't expect them to all be on board with that ending.
Well, it's easy
That's why
to
the clip. Oh, that's why the clip at the end when he's fat in the end. He says, "Yeah, hope you're all happy now. Good guy wins, bad guy loses. Big friggin' surprise. I love happy endings." That's the problem with American cinema. Can't handle it, any complexity in it. Don't make me think. I just want to be entertained. All right, fine. Wow, so that's where that comes from.
Yep. So, however, honestly, it would have hurt the movie for me. This is something I would just say I would have went from considered a great movie to a good movie. From great
I'm
to good.
interested in seeing it though, because I think and you're talking about like how they all signed off on it. I think like the idea that you're in this movie, you're all in it, you're all writing, you're all having this go. It's like you get that tunnel vision. You're like, oh, that'll be great. And everyone's like, yeah. And then you put it into action and everyone's like, no.
Yeah, maybe you're right, Dustin. That's a good point. Maybe they did get a case of like accidental tunnel vision, because usually when you're really that into what you're doing, sometimes you could be in the thick of it and not realize the outside perspective. So I could see what you're getting at.
But I have to say, I love, once they reshot it, how they got it to change. The average Joes don't beat them on the court. They do lose until it goes to sudden death because it's a foul.
Yeah.
But what really makes it is not just that they get to keep average Joes going, but the bet.
Oh yeah, the bet.
No, wait, I'll stop there. But that was so good. It was like, it wasn't just we beat you; it's we destroyed you.
So we got the Chuck Norris cameo, dude. I lost my mind seeing that cameo, and then it leads to the infamous words, "Fucking Chuck Norris."
Yes.
and I like how Vince is like, "Thank you, Chuck Norris. You're welcome, Peter." I was like, "Wow."
No, he says,
so nice.
he says, "Thank you, Chuck Norris." And Chuck Norris says, "Thank you, Peter." It's even better. It's even better. Oh my God.
He was the real hero. He was the final vote to overturn the forfeit and to making this game happen. Chuck Norris, in some ways, is the hero of this movie. I mean,
yep.
How do you at that point? It's just like, wow, you've gotten all the cameos. It kind of worked out. It's almost like they use the cameos to really build up to the bigger and crazier cameos. And having Chuck Norris and William Shatner be the last two of them, actually, that was perfect.
Yep.
It did feel like there was a build with the cameos. It really did. And Kate Feach, came out of a time where she was part of the team. We actually went the entire stream without mentioning that, and it was all good. No one made a fuss about it one bit. Not like absolutely no one and no one and no one and no one. It was just fine. And she definitely took some hits. One that comes soon too. She did. Like, obviously she could play, but she also took some brutal hits, especially since Goodman got really dirty. I was just like, geez, man. But yeah, no one complained about it. No Mary Suism one bit.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was just a three-dimensional, believable, living, breathing character brought from script to life. Well done. Just saying. Well done. Chuck Norris. Which military? Oh, I'm not really knowledgeable. That's so sorry. I couldn't tell you, man. Sorry, brother. I'm not the guy for that. But yeah, I like the way that they build from the crud, they won, but they didn't win because there was a foul, and then the fact that there's a lot of close calls too. It really made it feel like, wow, this is really heavy for a game of dodgeball. And then this.
Well, the guy when they're walking through the casino and he mentions that double elimination, or he mentions that rule, like they foreshadow that rule when they're when they're walking the casino. Like what the like they take this super seriously. That's awesome, yeah. Oh
yeah, and they both get out. They both get out for having their love express.
Yep.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
They're gonna forfeit the line before. They're gonna forfeit. It's like the bold strategy to fucking forfeit.
Yeah,
that's just goofy idiotic play-by-play now. I mean, I know it's it's like sometimes they just say the most stupid stuff.
Especially Pepper Brooks, aka Jason Bateman. And like, I was like, bro, really? That's all you can add to that? At that point, you might as well just not even speak. Look, it's entertaining for the audience, but man, I mean, it was a trio of bad announcers between this movie, Waterboy, and what was the other one you brought up earlier? Red Shirt.
Oh, Major League.
Major League, yeah. A trio of a
little
good
wide to the right.
Just a bit outside. Yeah. Oh my God. And by the time he's drinking so heavily, I love the fact that at the end when they're winning and the color announcer can't believe it, he grabs the bottle and Jack Daniels and takes a big swig. Those two guys did such a wonderful job counterpointing what was going on in the field, and Bob Uecker was funny anyway. He was a hysterical guy, and it was easy for him to play that part. So yeah, these guys did a good job though of color commentating and commentating in the same sort of vein. You're not going to take them seriously. They know they're emceeing they know they're commentating a dodgeball tournament in Las Vegas.
Another great funny little thing. How it was Justin who got a few of his key players back into the game, and as soon as he gets them into the game, he's the one who gives out. But he had the best follow-up long after he says he loves you to his girlfriend all alone in the court. Now he doesn't hit. But Ben Stiller's line was the perfect follow-up. Joni loves Chachi.
Yes.
So hard. I love you. Joni loves Chachi.
Oh, Another reference. Another this time television show reference. I mean, it's full
Yeah,
of
who
them.
would get that today, though, right?
No, that nobody under the age of 45 probably.
Crap.
I
Some of
know,
the-
shit.
You know, whatever happened to Chuck Cunningham? Damn it. Where's
There-
Chuck? Where's Chuck?
There's some signs in the crowd that had messed. I'm not sure if you guys paid attention to any of the signs in the crowd, but some of the crowds had messages about like being balls deep and all. So I was like, wow, even the crowd is toxic too. I love that.
Yes.
Even the sign holders back in the time when those are a lot more prominent. And then, of course, we get the sudden death. And I love he brings it back to Patches with the blindfold. He sees him on his nasty, smelly rag he puts on his face. And it's a great final shot, though. It's
like a Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
Used for
Yeah, it was like a Ben Kenobi. Yeah. Oh, man. No, it definitely feels like it really definitely made you feel like, wow. All the anticipation, it really felt like an earned victory for the average Joes. And yeah, and once again, they take an ending that you think is gonna be a, I guess you could say, a predictable ending, but they add a twist to it, which we're getting closer to that twist of the ending because it's not the way that you think because of the outcome of average Joes and Globo. I can't remember that's the name, Globo. Here's that cheap shot. Oh boy. Yeah. Ball just slipped out of my hair. I was like, what? The ball just slipped out of my hand. Like, obviously that's not literally said that figured it, but still, you're just like, wow, really, dude? You expect us to buy you that? No. Ridiculous line, but yeah. Great final shot, though, because he gets down to Michelle and White Goodman. I thought she was in play. No, we're like, that's what it was. We're sweating like greased monkeys. Chuck was in Never Say Never Again. Was Brad in Superman? Oh man, I haven't seen Brad. I was gonna say Brad. Superman 3 and song. I don't even remember what happens in that movie. I remember not liking it though. I'm sure certain Clobbering Times is not a fan as well. Yeah, when this came out in June of 2004, is budgeted at 20 million, and domestically it did 114 million alone, and then international 54, so 168. So my guess is when you factor in marketing, and then who knows, everything else probably is around 50, 60 million. So they got over we'll just say around 100 million in profits. Back when, the overblown budgets are nowadays a standard, even for comedies. It's crazy. But yeah, very profitable movie. And I was part of the opening weekend of the 30 million. It had legs. And June, I remember 2004 was great because I think he had this movie. I think Team America was this year as well. Obviously, Spider-Man 2 was this year as well. So 2004 was a pretty damn competitive year. Now that I think about it, obviously it wasn't like 84, but Shrek 2, I think, was that year as well. You had one of the Harry Potters. Oh, The Incredibles. What probably my favorite Pixar.
That's the best movie.
Yeah, the Incredibles. I mean, that's the Fantastic Four movie that we never got. So,
yep.
We're getting a new one though.
Oh
no! Oh no, we're not.
Oh,
It doesn't
Mark.
exist. That doesn't exist. No.
How big was Ben Stiller back then? Let's when this movie came out. Let's see. I'm looking at his bio. Oh, Something About Mary was 98. So that was probably his biggest.
Yeah, he was a big name at this point.
Oh
yeah, Mystery Men.
Meet the Parents was 2000. Meet the Parents.
Yeah, the Meet the Parents too, and then Zoolander was a huge hit. Royal Tenenbaums. Yeah, so
his
career is
01. Yeah, he was definitely big time, and this was a year after Old School. So Vince Vaughn had already been on the map, especially from Old School, because he did that one with Luke Wilson and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And JT Gunn, you're not the first one who said that. Yeah, it's definitely. I think Vulcan said that earlier. And don't forget that he practically is, guys. Practically is. And in some ways, yeah, he does steal the show at some parts, but that's once again makes a good villain. Go cry to daddy after.
No, he had a show called The Ben Stiller Show.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched it.
Short-lived show. I have that on DVD. Yeah, it was canceled. Yep. It's good. Yeah. I love Mystery Man. Putin's Cats mentioned Mystery Man. Mystery Man was that was an awesome
I watched
comic
that.
book
I don't
take.
remember. Wasn't like Janine Garofalo in that?
Yep, she's in it. She's the bowler in that, and then you got
Yeah.
who else? There's a lot of who the hell else is in that one? William Macy, Greg Kinnear. Yep. Hank Azaria is in it. Yeah, a lot of people that were like Hank Azaria was this guy, the young Patches. Yeah, so
you can do it. I believe in you.
I like
little wet rag.
I like the mind.
Schwartz.
I like the mind game he played. Wait, what? You look awfully fat in those pants.
Oh,
And he turns
yeah.
around.
Then he grabs his own ass. You can see him grabbing his own ass.
Yes.
Yeah. What the hell is doing? I don't know. Yeah, it's exactly Star Wars here when when Luke covers up his doesn't use the Force and he turns the computer off, or when he's practicing the Millennium Falcon with the lightsaber and that little drone,
or it's blood sport when he's blinded by.
But it looks like Peter Foles
drug.
will not is
He will
blindfolded.
not be able to see
You'll
very
not be
well.
able to see very well, Cotton. I was like, really? That's your follow-up line? Yeah, no kidding. Of course, he's not going to be able to see very well. It's a blindfold. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The outfit is so fucking ridiculous too that Stiller's crew is wearing too. It's like it's awesome.
It looks like one of those outfits for like a middleweight wrestler. It definitely looks like a middleweight wrestler's outfit. Seriously, it's so out of place at Dodgeball. It looks like a middleweight wrestler.
Ripoff.
Middleweight wrestler. Oh God, Rollerball. Oh yeah, that was a remake too. I'm getting my shit mixed up here. Middleweight wrestler mixed with football, because football players have the pads too, and it looks like he's got a lot of padding on. Whereas Vince Vaughn here, he don't need no padding. He don't need it. He's a bare man. Yeah, he mollywopped his ass right here, real good. He takes quite a fall too for it. And that's the game. Yeah, I'm so
Wait a
glad.
minute. Wait a minute. Down goes Goodman. Down goes Goodman. Where's that from?
I don't know.
Say it with Howard Cosell's voice and change Goodman to Frazier.
Yes. I can't do Cosell that well, but yeah.
Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Is that from the show Frasier?
No.
That's
Muhammad
from the
Ali,
actual match.
Thriller in Manila, one of the greatest boxing matches of all time.
Oh
yeah.
Was that Thriller in Manila, or was that the fight in Africa?
No, that was Manila. In Africa, it was against George Foreman.
Yeah. So Manila. That was Thriller in Manila. I mean, you can find these fights on YouTube. Just go back and watch all these fights. I mean, it's
and you know what's amazing?
So good.
Yeah, what's amazing about Ali is that you can watch. You have to slow the YouTube down to like half speed to be able to see any of Ali's punches land.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's shadow boxing somebody standing in front of him. He's not, believe me. The person eventually falls over, but his hands were so fast at his prime.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not just for a heavyweight, for almost any boxer, but the very lightest weights. He was incredible, and there's never been another boxer like him. I watched his later fights because I was a little young for his early ones.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my God, he was incredible to watch when he got angry with somebody. That was all she wrote.
Yep. Boxing's not the same. Well, we had Mike Tyson, but he was more of a Brood Squad versus he's coming back now to fight again. Yeah,
Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. or Sugar Ray Leonard.
I remember
would be the two that would get anywhere near Ali in terms of their boxing ability plus punching.
Mm-hmm.
Not many came close.
Yeah, that Tyson fight is. I've never heard people in my workplace ever talk about boxing ever, but the minute Tyson was announced for fight, that got people talking. Like that's
right.
Because Tyson was basically like before there was Stone Cold in WWF, there was Mike Tyson in boxing.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was that guy. Everyone was, all eyes were on him. Everyone wanted to know what his next move was. Man, I remember watching these matches as a kid. I was just blown away that a man could do what he could do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we used to get like whenever there was a Tyson fight, we'd all get together and chip in for the pay-per-view and have a big party. And the Spinkster, some of the Spinkster lasted like 6 seconds. It's like, God damn it, we just paid $20 each for 6 seconds. It's like,
right.
Would you lasted a little bit longer, but he was just, people were scared to get in the ring with him back then. And he looks pretty pretty damn good shape now. I remember I was watching a clip, someone was taunting Mike Tyson on an airplane and like flicking stuff at him. You saw that one? He finally got it. It's like, are you crazy? Have you seen what this guy can do with his fists? Like,
no, I got further context into that story. He was at that airport. Apparently, there's a lot of people who were happy that he was on this flight. Apparently, he had taken the time to take photos of people, sign autographs, and he did let people know when he gets on plane he was going to need a rest because apparently he just needed a rest. But he said he'd be happy to do photos and stuff, with
before
people before the flight. And apparently there was a guy who was the guy who he got
whacked.
feisty with. He kind of warned him apparently, and the guy would not leave him alone. And then the guy was like starting to push his seat around. What an idiot!
Yes.
Yeah.
I did not realize who you're doing that to.
The most dangerous people on the planet with his fists, right? Yeah.
Yeah. A guy who can knock you out with a short left jab, and you're pushing on him.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Here's the twist, guys.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That now I can finally talk about the twist that I talked about for a while now. Yeah, he accepted the bet, and however, he may lose Joe's as we know it, keywords as we know it, but he becomes part of the ownership of Globo.
He does not he has a controlling interest in Globo.
Yes.
He calls the shots now.
Yes.
and the last words he says to this dipstick is, "Oh, and by the way, you're fired." Or you're fired, pal.
And White Goodman straight up pulls a 360 and he goes back to the way he was immediately, the way he was in the 80s.
Yep.
And then we learn that Kate. Before we talk about Kate, this is when I realized it was Alan Tudyk right here. I thought
it took you that long.
Because, rewatching it recently, I'm like, man, he looks familiar. And I missed his name come up in the credits. And of course, I recognized that face. And I thought to myself, how did I not know all my life?
He looks so young.
Yeah.
And I think Mark had a point earlier that maybe it's because he wasn't as big at the time when this came out. That's why I didn't notice. But yeah, nowadays, I'm just like, wow, dude, that's Alan Tudyk. Holy crap. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't notice until recent years, but I love it what he does. He's like, I'm not a pirate. He's like, but what about all his money? Gar. Gar. No. It's a perfect ending, and it doesn't need a sequel. And Vince, if you're out there listening, you're great. I like you a lot. Even if you somehow could dodge all the current year BS rate, this is the type of movie that works well on its own. That was not meant to have a follow-up. The happy ending was here. You may or may not have not just had one lady, maybe two. After we saw how, I think it was Dwight. Was it Dwight who was happy for it? But I was like, oh, hey, someone's going to get a double. Well, no, it's all left open for the imagination. We don't need a movie with 5 different endings nowadays. We got the one ending. It's a good ending. And no, the after credit scene does not count because that scene is the one thing I straight up cannot stand about this movie. It's horrific. You know that after credit scene?
Oh, you don't. Well, during the credits or the one I just clipped?
Oh, the very end.
Well, here I do have something funny to play too. Let's play this one.
Hey, I'm not a lesbian.
Wow, good call.
I'm gonna edit it so it's backwards, but here's the way the clip really plays. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a lesbian.
You're not?
No, I'm bisexual.
Nah. Counting is dangerous. I see your comment. Yeah, is it the unraver? The coach says they all look like a bunch of retards with it. Oh, dude, yeah, that freaking comment. Oh man, that shit was hilarious. No,
I didn't clip that one, but then they all look at each other.
I watched the unrated version and I was sitting there going, what did they cut?
It's something along the lines of like it's like watching a bunch of retards trying to.
Oh, I remember the line. That never occurred to me. That
lines,
yeah, that's the line. That's a line. There might have been.
So is that in the uncut? Did I clip the uncut version?
I thought that was the theatrical. I thought that was theatrical, unless there was a more extended version of that scene.
Well, the unrated is only about a minute longer than the theatrical.
So it's almost no difference.
It's just a few lines, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
I won that tournament. Fucking Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I'm not playing that after credit scene. If you all care, you can go watch it. It's got a pop song that was popular at that time with Ben Stiller doing a particular dance. I'm not putting out.
Oh, I have one line before that though. I didn't do the dance, but I did. I did this.
Okay, good. Please do. I don't want to.
Sorry.
No,
I don't have the dance.
You know, that's the problem with the American cinema. Can't handle any complexity in it, you know? Don't make me think. I just want to be entertained. All right, fine.
That's an interesting line. That's an interesting line to talk about, though, just because that's what they wanted, right? And I didn't know that until what you guys mentioned. There was, they changed the ending. Of course, they change endings of movies all the time, or like Rambo: First Blood. Spoiler alert: John Rambo dies in the book. And that was a controversy too. When who was going to be the original Troutman? It was he wanted Rambo to die in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, he's not going to die. So that movies do that all the time where they shoot the ending. But he was kind of pissed with the original ending. I guess he would have gotten the girl, but lost the gym. I guess, right? That would have been the original.
Yeah,
ending.
he would have lost the gym, and that's questionable. That would have been questionable. I mean, yeah, he'd probably have his friends. That's why I feel like it. To me, it's just like it kind of makes everything a bit of a waste of time.
You think? You think if he doesn't win, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, it just think about it, especially like for all the characters to progress with their moments with Justin. He went from his he had the shitty end of it all, from Rikishi face to then joining the girl for his cheerleading thing and then coming back and then just to lose it. Gordon having the mail order wife and then him to all of a sudden now he has to look bad to his kids. That's why to me it didn't make sense. Like, and to be fair, they probably maybe Stiller and Vaughn and the director, maybe they did have genuine intentions with the way they originally wanted to end. Maybe they did. Their intentions probably were genuine, but just looking at it in retrospect, I don't understand at all how that ending could have been entertained. But once again,
I guess they didn't want to be. I'm thinking they didn't want to be predictable. Maybe I'm just
to be fair, maybe that could have been it. Like I said, it could have come from a very
good guy always wins.
Place. Yeah, but luckily, I feel like how they made the team, the heroes, the good guys win with all the ownership stake and all. I feel like that definitely added a nice flair to it to make it like, oh, okay, that's a surprise. You don't expect that because in I guess you could say more traditional, predictable sports movie, a bit. Oh, hey, look, you get the gym back, $50,000, but no, he ends up signing a deal bets the money and gets a lot more of the money, it works out in the best way. And how's this camera moving the way it is? This camera's bipolar.
Live. It's alive.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
get
yeah,
why
Pooh's
the
Cast
camera.
is saying, what if they had bet on the other team and then lost? It's like, are you they're banned from dodgeball for life for betting on their own sport, right?
Yeah. The more I think about it, the more I realize, yeah, that would have not been a good ending. Like, I already thought it was a bad idea for anything, but when you actually think about it more and more, it's like, yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
And
no.
$5 million is enough to get a controlling interest in a company. I don't know, but I think
Well, he said his company's worth $4 million in the beginning.
Oh, that's right. They do. Yep, that's right. Yep. But
no, Brian Barth, to straight up say it, the original ending would not work at all. To me, it makes everything about what we had witnessed up to that point a waste of time, straight up. So, but if there are people out there who prefer, hey, whatever, you have your preferences, but to me, it just waste of time. And yeah, Cosmic, yeah, I know when we touched on First Blood, yeah, I get why they changed the ending. I mean, especially if you're a veteran who had that PTSD, I can see why seeing a scene like that feels like such a downer. I could see why they changed that. I could say that's probably one of the rare times where changing the ending was for the best. And I don't say that often. I don't. That's a rare one for me. So, yeah.
It was our movie next week, also a Ben Stiller movie, because we've done.
No.
I know we didn't think about it, but we got two Stiller movie, Tropic Thunder's an ensemble, but he's a pretty big part in that movie too. So,
Go. Next week we're gonna be a little bit confused.
We're gonna be dazed.
We're gonna be a little bit dazed as well.
Party at the Moon Tower.
Yeah.
Party at the Moon Tower.
Party at the Moon Tower. It's gonna be. Hail, Vocalips. Long time no see. And the movie is supposed to be. Yes. Anyway, guys, go ahead and sign off on your toxic score numbers. I think I got Soul Assassins here. 10 out of 10 wrenches. Thanks, Chuck Norris. That's good. We'll start off with Dustin.
I gotta go with 7.5 on toxicity.
Okay.
I'm probably biased coming off of last week because this movie is nowhere near as toxic as last week's movie. But I think this one's toxic, but in a fun way. So I mean, 6.5, fair.
Okay, that is fair.
Or did I say 7.5?
You said 7.5.
7.5 is what I mean. Yeah.
Shadow Chaser 7. There we go. We got Brian Barth, and he says toxic 9. Keely Chow, toxicity 7. Josh Post, toxicity 9. Thank you guys. Keep them coming. Red Shirt.
Well, it's just a movie that has some toxic characters and a lot of toxic dialogue, but it's mostly from about 3 or 4 characters out of all the cast. But they're doing their level best to carry their weight. So I'd give it a 7 out of 10 for toxicity because between our 2 antagonists and, of course, the great Rip Torn, and just with the lines that apparently was some of his lines they had to cut out to go from unrated to theatrical for PG-13. Yeah, I mean they were really working at maintaining that level, but the story itself isn't that toxic as much. So I can't give much higher than that. But it is a fun movie, and if you get the references, and this is key to this movie, and I just want to say this: if you don't get the references, this movie is about is a mile wide and an inch deep. And if you start recognizing references here and there, you start to realize they're making call outs to other films. They're making parodies, little gentle parodies of some of the other underdog sports films. Do you believe in improbabilities, which the announcer says, and that's straight out of the 1980 Olympics. It's that kind of thing. They're not all about movies. Sometimes it's a TV show, sometimes it's a real event. But there's a lot of that in here that gives this movie where they decided we're going to do a really stupid, goofy underdog sports movie. Then we're going to call out to all sorts of real life events and television shows and better movie, real movies about it, and have fun with it. So it's fun in that regard, which is why I can't really make it that toxic. But what I will say is the language that's used in this movie would never fly today.
Mm-hmm.
No, this would be almost like watching Blazing Saddles on broadcast TV. They'd be doctoring almost every scene in the film to mess with it, or they'd have to overdub the words they don't like and put in a new word. So, it is mostly toxic for its dialogue.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's all it needed to be. It was toxic through its dialogue. I mean, yeah, the two leads. Yeah. No,
Yep.
Agreed, man. Thank you. All right, I'll acknowledge these scores really quick. Cosmic Vader, Toxicity 8, flavored lollipops. Let me highlight those other ones. Eklay Tomasin, Toxicity 6. Me and My Monkey, 9. Vulcan Lips, Toxicity 6.5. SFX 314 Sabretooth Raptor, 100 out of 100. Matthew Marzillo, 10 out of 10 for mainly throwing wrenches, bisexual lesbian kisses, subversion of expectation from fat to healthy and back again. Perfect, wholesome movie for the underdogs. Volclips, acknowledge this comment. He said, my father passed last month, long battle, so I've been AWOL for a few. Dude, I am very fucking sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. I can't imagine what that's like. Hey, I'm not really good with these type of stuff, but hey, all I was gonna say is that you have a place to hang here with people. So hopefully streams of humor and ridiculousness hopefully help you get by through these days. So rest in peace, your dad, man, and we're here for you. All right, dude.
Give
And
you our best, Jet.
Yeah, we definitely give you our best regards, as good as they're allowed to be. So thank you again for tuning in to Toxic Tuesday. You are missed. All right, sir. So,
Yeah, it does. Just add, it does suck. It does get better over time, but I think of my dad almost every day, and it's passed in 2016. Fuck cancer, but way too soon. But a lot of people go through it. But yeah, it's never easy. But it just it hurts less over time. That's about the only thing I can say. But try to remember the good times and what was good. That's what I always try to focus on. But yeah. We're just thinking of everyone who goes through that shit. So,
Yep.
All right.
It takes time.
Anyways, Poke Race 6666 says 10 out of 10. Cosmic Vader. And he says, greatness, love, and time, bleed my own blood. All right. And Mark.
Alrighty. So yeah, when you're down, movies like this are fun to watch. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the 8. And some of it is because of today's modernary crap. Try to tongue twister, but you just couldn't have some of these scenes today, or like this line here. Just what Cotton's saying about
Dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation.
And sometimes you need some of that in school. Sometimes you got picked on in school, or dodgeball kind of sucked, but it also, if you're on the losing end, but it also taught you a lesson. And sometimes you caught that ball, and sometimes you whacked someone, and you got it, you got your revenge. So, if everyone gets a trophy, if you don't go through hard times, you're just going to be a freaking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and not get anywhere. So yeah, this movie's toxic for those kinds of lines. And of course, this line here.
Son, you're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
I mean, could you imagine a gym teacher saying that, or a coach saying that? Of course, yeah, wildly inappropriate, but yeah, the adult level, you can laugh at that. And
I can imagine a coach saying that once.
yeah. Then he's gone. But
right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just that line kind of flies over your head. But yeah, so I'm giving it 8 for that language. And yeah, if you need a good laugh, just put this movie in. I laughed a lot harder than I thought it would. I'm like, Dodgeball, it's just gonna be silly shtick. It was kind of funny. I remember, I hadn't seen it probably, since it came out. And man, it's a fun movie. It's good stuff. So it's an 8. Up, Nick, are you
boomered it?
muted?
I
Or was
boomered
that
it. I did. I finally boomered it. Vocalist 6 out. Luckily, I didn't go too far, but still, I boomered it. Vocalist 6 out of 10 when it came out. 9 out of 10 against today's crap. Jonathan Conroy 10/10. All right. For me, I'm gonna go with an 8.6. Probably at the time, actually would have had it slightly lower. I probably would have had like 8.4 than 8.6 now, because back then I appreciated the toxic comedy of the dialogue back then. And it really is, the toxicity is through all the dialogue, really, because we got a quote that says "Go balls deep," and that's the banner. And then you got the personalities of Peter LaFleur and White Goodman and how they are. Then you got obviously the way the character of the Girl Scout was portrayed, and also the movie as a whole. I mean, there's comedy here that, whether it's the cameos, like the more you can appreciate this movie in 3 ways. You appreciate it as a sports fan, as like, oh wow, a dodgeball movie. They actually made it fun and likable. But they can appreciate it from a comedy angle. But then if you're a movie fan, you probably even benefit too, because you get all these great cameos: David Hasselhoff, William Shatner, Chuck Norris, and all their cameos. And there's more, obviously. But what I'm trying to get is they're all utilized brilliantly. And there's nods and references to all these older things. So as a movie fan, you really benefit from that as well. For a comedy fan, it's a who's who as well. Great delivery amongst all the lines. And they make the dodgeball game entertaining, filled with stake, and fun, and absolutely crazy. It's a fun time, and it's only done in 91, 92 minutes. So, yeah, absolutely awesome movie. And, yeah, I appreciate the humor of this movie more than ever, because there's small, like, nods. Like, when I bring up when the unfortunate death of Patches, as that thing collapsed, it said the luck of the Irish, though there's nothing lucky about what happened.
Yeah.
It's small little things. Those details I did not notice back then, because I was appreciating the louder, more crazier moments of the movie, the Dodger wrench, stuff like that. I was appreciating that. But you sit at home, you watch it, to yourself or with your lady. You're like, oh, I didn't notice those little things. That even the signs in the crowd, the people were saying. So I think one that said something about you could grab my ball, something like that. Watch the crowd. Look at the crowd signs, and you're see there's some toxic messages from the crowd. I was like, wow. Damn, this movie had a lot of nice little things that you like to catch. I love that. And apparently, if you have this movie on DVD, apparently they say every time there's a specific word shouted, you click on your menu and it highlights an Easter egg. So and that's back in the time when DVDs had Easter eggs you can highlight, and you can have special features unlocked. So if you're one of those special features nuts like I was, who look for the Easter eggs, that was a way of spotlighting them. So look it up. It's out there, guys. So yeah, 8.6 for me. Once again, and even without the social climate, this movie benefits more now because of how well the comedy is aged in this movie. So yeah. Anyways, that was Dodgeball. So we did it. 132 episodes. I'm on such a caffeine high. This is what I get when I had coffee and Rockstar put together, and I could feel it. Probably why my English has been a lot more slurrier today than usual. Have those two, and whoo. Anyways, yes, we'll be back next week for Dazed and Confused. It's gonna be fucking huge. Anyways, once again, Osmora, thank you for the brain is freaking memberships, gifted memberships. Yeah, I know I'm on such a freaking caffeine. I get the memberships at Pinochet's Helicopter Tours, dude. Thank you for all the super chats earlier, sir. I do greatly appreciate that. Fuck God. And to all the new subs, thank you guys. Hopefully you liked what you saw, and I hope you come back for more next week. We're going to talk Dazed and Confused, because it's going to be a glorious time. Dash Attack earlier, $10 super chat. Thank you as well. Yeah. Osmore is a freaking beast like that, man. So we'll see you guys next week for that. It's going to be awesome talking Dazed and Confused. For those of you on the comic side of things, we'll be doing Comic Shop Talk Friday night. We'll be having classic Spidey talk, and I'll have a video out Thursday morning as well. Some commentary stuff that I want to talk about on the market of things. And of course, we'll be doing a member stream next Wednesday night. And I'll be on Midnight's Edge After Dark and Comics Division's Thursday Night Throwdown, both Thursday night each. So that's what's coming on my side. And I'll let these men plug their plugs on the way out. So let's get it to Mark D with a C.
All right. Well, thank you. Yeah, lots of fun here tonight, as always, and I appreciate everyone who's subbed. So I was able to hit that 4,000 watch hours, and a lot of it's due to you guys that are watching right now. So thank you very much. My main show was Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern, although I'm on hiatus, as we say in Star Trek parlance. I'm on an away mission. My son is graduating from college, so thankfully. So that's the last kid that we have to pay for college tuition. So I won't be here this weekend for that Sunday night show. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. So I'll be back next Sunday night. But you can catch me Thursday night on Clobber and Time's channel. And most of the time during the week, I end up popping in on his channel talking comics. But we do the Thursday night, we're reviewing Blake 7. And we're also reviewing Kolchak the Night Stalker. So appreciate anyone checking out my channel and heading on over and enjoying the spot that we have on YouTube, which is always a lot of fun. And one thing I wanted to mention too, I went to Fairfield U, and I was looking up. You look up all the bios of the actors, and Justin Long's father is a philosophy professor there. So I was in engineering, but I wonder if some of my friends had his dad in the philosophy class. So. Minor crazy aside, it's not really important, but it's just funny to see that he's a philosophy professor at a college I went to. But yeah, but thanks for another great Toxic Tuesday, Nick and Dustin and Red Shirt and all the people in the chat. Always a ton of fun hanging out with you guys. And one of the highlights of the week for me is hanging out with you guys and having all this fun. So thanks everyone.
Nah, dude, the feelings are absolutely mutual. Thank you again for all your amazing work you put in. You put in a lot of wrenches and strong silvery shafts to keep our shows tight and screwed. And I thank you for that. So
you're welcome. Yeah, appreciate it.
I'm always in debt to you.
Dodgeball is a sport of violence, exclusion, and degradation.
And I do have a PSA again for everyone. Just make sure you take care of
Take care of your balls, and they'll take care of you.
Gerry here this week for that one.
That's a great line. Yeah,
play that on the way out tonight.
Yeah, we will. Thank you, Mark. Guys, go sub to Mark D with a C. Sub to his channel if you haven't yet. Now's a good time to do that. All right. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
You are the man. Seriously. And now we will move to just another red shirt.
Well, this Friday at 3 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be joining Gerry on Pop Culture Minefield for a discussion of one of the most iconic television shows of all time, Patrick McGoohan's The Prisoner, which I'm really looking forward to. This is a show of 17 episodes that aired in 1967-68, right around the end of Star Trek, the original series. And without him ever having produced any more material for that show than all those episodes, people are still arguing about what it's all about, even to this day.
Especially that last episode, yeah.
Oh, yes. That practically caused riots.
Yeah.
He had to go into hiding for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you thought the internet was bad these days. Yeah, I heard he had to pull his kids out of school, too.
They did. So he pulled his kids out of school and went on vacation for 2 weeks where nobody could find him. And he was thrilled. And he was thrilled because in an interview I heard him say he was just looking for a reaction. He didn't care what the reaction was. The only thing he didn't want was crickets. No reaction at all. So
it's
yeah,
like
that
the
should
Sopranos
be
end. Oh, sorry. I was just saying, like The Sopranos, like everyone thought their TV broke when that faded to black.
Exactly. No, it's going to be an interesting discussion, and I do have some things to say about that final episode that we'll probably get into on that show, which should be really fun. But I will guarantee you, it's not going to be what you want to hear.
Awesome, Red Shirt. Thank you, as always, sir, for being here. Appreciate your time, energy, knowledge, and enthusiasm. It is greatly appreciated, sir. Last but not least, before we plug our plug out,
Keto Simple is my channel. I am coming up on 5,000 subscribers.
Amazing.
So if you have not subscribed yet and you want to, please do so. Looks like Nick is coming up on 2,000 subscribers. He needs that.
I am
as well.
33 away from that.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. We're gonna this month. I can feel it. This month we're gonna come big.
Yes. As always, we go live on Tuesdays about 7 o'clock. My wife and I go live 7:30 a.m. on Sunday mornings Eastern Standard Time, and I have been having guests on Saturdays. I've had Culture on, various other people in my neck of the woods, my niche, contrarian type videos out there for you to consume if you are interested in the health space. Check it out. I've got more content as always coming. Super happy to be here. You guys are awesome. The chats are always so great. Come here, have a good time, and fucking laugh our asses off and talk a lot of shit. Because I don't talk a lot of shit like that on my channel. So it's nice to come here and kind of let loose a little bit.
Hey, I'm happy you have an outlet, sir. The pleasure is mine and then some. Straight up. I love hanging out with you, man.
And I've got a painting right here. My buddy painted this for me.
That's badass. Seriously.
Dude, it's so fucking awesome.
Freaking
His name is Fiction, so check him out. You can find him in my I posted about it in my community tab, so you can take a look at that. Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Dustin. Love hanging out with you every week. It's a glorious time. I'm glad we have a show where our balls can just kind of hang a little loose. It's a nice feeling. And yes, I forgot to mention earlier to our usual suspects, because I thank the newcomers, but to our usual suspects, thank you for coming here every week and supporting this maniacal show. It's fucking bonkers and balls to wall. So as we have our outro on the way out, guys, our intro outro on the way out, guys, it's gonna relay you to Price of Reason, who is currently live on his channel once again next week. Dazed and Confused. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you for supporting Toxic Tuesday. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting these gentlemen on their channels and their wrenches. Go hang out the Price of Reason. As soon as this stream ends, it will take you straight there.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Have a great